Is popping? It's your boy Kenpachi back at it again for episode 50, the big 50. We back at it
Yeah, where
again.
the fuck you been, yeah?
Yo, listen, man. See, this week in terms of work has been hectic. Dealing with old women, and we all know how that can be sometimes. But we coming through. We coming through. Um, we got the usual suspects. Oh, Marty's here. All right. So, got the usual suspects. Blitz, say what's up to the people.
Hi, I'm in the middle of a boss fight. Oh God! Okay.
Chef,
Alright.
say what's up to the people.
How y'all doing? You feel me? I play Jump Force.
Oh
Oof.
my god. Alright. And then we have a special guest, a Floridian,
Wow.
Marty. How you doing, man?
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen.
Assalamualaikum salam.
Yeah, good day. Um so before we get into the first topic, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? We gotta stay updated for this corona. How y'all doing?
I'm fine, yo. I haven't missed a beat this last 3 months. I just say this Corona shit ain't nothing to me. So
You slight work, slight work. I feel that. Chef, you doing
I'm
good?
doing more work at work.
Dang. Are you picking up more slack because people dipping or what?
No, I'm starting to become what's the term? System administrator.
oh,
Oh,
he's an admin.
about to get the
And
big
it's
check.
just
Hey,
I don't know about that because
Yeah, they're about to say, are they
Damn.
paying you like an admin?
no, because he's slowly throwing me into that position. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, okay. So
But,
I mean, it may be.
maybe yeah, because I've already set up the firewall the way we want it. I already set up our phone system to switch over to VoIP, and now I got to figure out our inventory software /website store.
sound like a raised
That
beef.
sounds like a lot. Yeah, I
It
hope
is,
a
yes.
raisin is in there somewhere.
It should be, because we are one of the fortunate companies that didn't have to go down during this pandemic.
Yeah.
We've actually had an increase of orders, so
Everybody
Y'all
at
are
home.
considered essential, right?
yeah.
Mm.
Because like the first 2 weeks or the 2 weeks before they decided to call everybody to stay in, we was busy as shit. And then once everybody started staying in, we was busy as shit. So
Well, it's good to see that someone has a damn job and that you're getting money. We always like to see a prosperous black man. Marty, how you holding up?
I'm content with life, living it day by day. Nothing's really changed.
Hey, that's how I'm living it day by day. But we ain't gonna get into all that. Um, so first topic that we have is Ghost of Tsushima State of Play. Now, who saw this when it originally came out?
Not I.
Not I. All right.
I saw it.
You saw it, Chef? Did you see it?
sort of, because the game does not interest me anymore. So
Damn. Well, okay. Where did it lose you?
when I kind of figured out it was going to be like a Souls type game,
Is it really gonna be like a Souls type
Isn't
game?
it from software? Oh no, not from Sucker.
No.
I mean the way it looks structured to a Souls type game. So
If I,
I
can
don't
compare
think
to
it'll be like
anything,
that.
Yeah.
Just because it'll be
that's-
difficult doesn't mean it's gonna be Souls like.
Yeah, compared to like an RPG similar to Odyssey or Origins.
It looks more so like an Odyssey and Origins compared to a Souls. Because Souls games, they're like really slow and methodical and kind of clunky. This looks a lot more fluid.
Yeah. But I mean,
Oh,
Chef,
you said Ghost of Tsushima.
yeah.
I don't know why in my head I heard Sekiro. I don't
What?
know why I heard that.
It's
I
like
did see that.
multiple syllables.
way.
Oh, okay.
It happens.
So what'd you think from the State of Play review? What were some
You
things
still
that you
asking me?
noticed? Oh, well, I was asking Marty since he
Oh,
said he
It-
remembers now.
I don't know if it was like just like they set it up that way for the video, but he like maybe and also maybe they were low tier enemies, but he seemed to like one shot characters in the stance that you do I forgot what the stance was called. It was like a counter stance when they attacked, and he one-shotted him, and that's cool and all, but it's still an I guess it's still an RPG or some type of game where you can pull up and fight. So I don't want to just be sitting around
Just one shot.
waiting for an enemy, yeah, waiting for an enemy to attack and one-shotting. I think that's pretty cheesy. Add some level of fun to the fights. But if it's not, I know they have higher tier enemies that take more damage. That's cool, but I don't want to just be one-shotting people because that'll just make the game too easy.
Got you. Was there something else that caught your eye, or something else that you didn't like about what you saw from the state of play review?
No, that was the only thing that I was a little iffy towards. But everything else, option for stealth. I do like my stealth games. I consider myself a stealth god.
A stealth god. That's
Stealth god, man. Stealth god. We'll talk about that later.
all right.
Yeah, everything looks cool. It just looks like a nice little RPG, a nice little world to explore, see who I can fight, see what I can learn. So I'm anticipating the game to be at least 80 hours.
80 hours. All right.
I think that's a good number to put it at.
Yeah. Blitz, what were some things that you liked and disliked from the state of play review?
Overall, I was intrigued. Like I said, I think it's a misconception that this is going to be like a Souls type game just because the enemies are supposed to hit hard and it's going to be difficult to kill them. Marty kind of touched on it to where there's going to be two play styles you can go with. You can either be like a samurai, you just walk up, face your enemy head on, and say, "Yo, fight me," or you can, be in the shadows and just play like a ninja type, and it kind of lends credence to that stealth type of gameplay. I don't know. I'm hoping you'll be able to alternate between the two, not just like it just locks you into one and then you have to like another playthrough to do the other. I'm hoping that you can kind of alternate between the two as you play the game. But I'm definitely interested. It looks more like an open world, like RPG type of game. Like I don't know if you rewind it a little bit, as you're riding down the hill on your horse, there was like it looked like somebody was getting attacked by a bear or something.
Oh yeah, I wanted to point that out.
Yes, so you could choose to you can choose to
Interact with
help
that.
out or
Yeah.
interact or not or stuff like that. Like apparently like the animals in the world are really can help you out. So like it behooves you to what's the name, to interact with the animals and the environment more than not. So, I mean, like I said,
that nigga flew. God damn.
yeah. So you can choose to see what's going on, or just like, hey, I'm on my business.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
I don't know what he was getting attacked by.
It looked like a bear.
Something like that. But yeah, it looks interesting. The game definitely does look. It does look good, although probably not as good as like the E3 showcase that we had like last year, or a couple years ago. Probably because this is actually running on an actual PS4 instead of like just like a vertical slice of it was probably running on a PC. Let's be honest with you, from what we saw a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely interested. I can't really say. I don't think there was anything I disliked. Maybe because I haven't really been following coverage for this game. I've just kind of seen it around and just like, if it comes out and it looks cool, I'll get it. But not really. I can't really name anything that I disliked. But I'm interested, like I said, just to see if you can alternate between the two different play styles. I typically don't like to do all stealth, but I'll do it sometimes. I'll probably play more of a samurai style more than anything else, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm definitely interested. So I think they're supposed to be showing more leading up to its release in July. So
I would definitely
interested to see what else they show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what else they show. So.
Now, Chef, even though it lost your attention, were there certain things in the games, like certain mechanics that you noticed that caught your eye?
None of them.
None of them? Damn.
No.
All right. Well, okay, for the next question, and I guess all of you can answer this. Being that the trend of samurai, or at least Japanese styled games, and being, whether it be samurai, a ronin, Sekiro style game. Do you think Ghost of Tsushima does that trend a number? Do you think this is a pretty good representation?
I think it's early to say, but like again, I don't think it's fair to compare it to Sekiro just yet because it doesn't look like Sekiro at all
I mean, no,
gameplay
I
wise.
wasn't comparing it to Sekiro. I was just saying like games that fit that
In that
samurai
setting,
Japanese aesthetic. Yeah.
yeah, I think it fits it well. I mean, I haven't seen too much gameplay of Sekiro, but I may imagine that represents like the samurai like setting well. Neo 2 actually does it pretty well, I think, because I played the demo for that and I really wanted to get that, but I don't want to be bothered to turn on my PS4.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of hoping that hits PC soon. Um, so, and I feel like this is just another game that kind of is fitting that mold to where I'm interested to see what they do to separate themselves from its counterparts. Because yeah, this is what like the third samurai game we've had in the last 2-3 years.
I believe so. Yes.
So because it was Sekiro. When did Sekiro come out? 2018, 2019.
20. Was it 18 or 19? Might have been 19.
Yeah, and then we had Neo 2 earlier this year or late last year. I can't remember which one.
I
And
think
then
it
this is
was
coming out.
earlier this year.
And then this is coming out in July. So
Yeah.
like I said, it's interesting. It's kind of getting a little bit crowded with this setting and this environment, but it does look interesting.
Hmm.
I just want to see. I think this is probably going to be the most authentic when it comes to like that Japanese like. I know they got a specific name for it. Is it like I can't even name it, but like this specific time period in this setting,
Hmm.
there's a specific way, particularly like a lot of the influences they take from are from like samurai style movies,
Hmm.
where this is like black and white aesthetics to it and that kind of thing. So I think this will probably be the most authentic of them all. So which is cool. So I just want to see a little bit more gameplay. I'm intrigued, but I need to see a little bit more.
Now, saying that you need to see a little bit more from the different videos that we've seen that they put out, what do you think about the customization?
I was actually just about to get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they and I actually talked about it a little bit towards the end of this video, to where it's like they're not only just for looks purposes, but they're supposed to give like certain perks um, to cater to your playstyle. So I'm hoping the customization is flexible, because what they showed in this video, it looked all right, but it didn't. Nothing really jumped out at me. It was like, yo, like I can't wait to like outfit this. Like maybe I got to see some stats that go with it, because the outfits themselves didn't look all that crazy. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping that the customization is pretty flexible. One thing that I thought was really cool, and I'm interested to see like what goes into how this works exactly, is like when you roll up, is particularly like in the like ninja type gameplay, like when you roll up on certain enemies, like I guess you have like some kind of reputation system to where
Mhm.
like if some enemies see you, they'll
They'll just
literally be
run
shook.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll run away or they'll fall to the ground like, oh shit, it's that nigga.
Is that?
So so like I'm interested to see is how how feared can you become? Like
Mhm.
can you just take over a whole stronghold just by like showing up and niggas just like fold because they don't want no smoke?
Yeah, I
Or
was like,
it's
if you
like,
can build your reputation like that, I would imagine that you could just walk up to like a low-level camp and they just all just be like, yeah, all right, you got it.
and I also heard that because this is based on like the Mongol invasion of Japan at that time period. I also heard like when you take strongholds that like sometimes like Mongols will show up and take them back.
That,
So I'm wondering.
that's a
So
pretty
I
good
feel that
mechanic.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just to make sure to stay on your toes and stuff. And I hope
Now,
they like bring back stronger enemies. Like say like you take over a low level camp. They
the-
say you take over like a level 3 camp, and then like an hour or a couple hours later, they come back with like a level 8, like camp or something like that, or
yeah,
level
it
8
was like
occupation. Then you have to
there's like
retake it.
a named general or something that you
Yeah,
gotta take down to restore the camp. I would like that mechanic a lot.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Marty, speaking
Sir.
of, I saw the stance that you were referring to when I first asked you about the question.
Yeah,
Now, being that, do you think that there's going to be some sort of skill tree or
most definitely.
something that allows you to customize the way that you play whether you be you're going for counters, you're going for heavy attacks, main attacks, speed focused. Do you think that they're gonna that they like that's something that can be implemented into the game?
Yes, I think there are a few excuse me, elements to RPGs. If you played RPGs, there are many ways to, for lack of a better term, craft the skill tree, and usually it allows for a person to, select which route they want to go down as their playstyle, and it'll be it'll be a disservice to the players of the game to now allow them that option to choose to play the way they want to play and choose to upgrade what they want to upgrade.
Hmm.
So I do expect it, and if they don't have it, I think if they don't have it, I'm sure they have a good reason, but I don't expect them not to have it, considering they seem to. I don't know the company specifically, but I don't think they're
Sucker
knowledgeable
Punch.
to the way. Is it Sucker Punch?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, so I think they understand RPGs and many elements that come into them. So I trust Sucker Punch in the way they can allow you to do what you want to do.
Honestly, this looks like the Assassin's Creed Japan game everyone wants.
Potentially.
Particularly the stealth option. That's what it looks like to me.
And
Yeah,
seeing this
I
video
could
again,
see.
the fear option is pretty dope too. I just remember that.
Yeah.
Considering if you play really stealthy and then the enemy is nearby, like where these people are just disappearing, and then you walk up to them and you're like, nah, I want to fight you. I thought that was pretty interesting as well.
And I wonder how dynamic that is. Where it's like, will they just stay scared of you, or will they be scared at first and then they'll be like, fuck it, and then they'll try to fight you?
I think
I'm
it
wondering
depends
how
on the enemy
dynamic it's
tier
going to
level.
be. Yeah, I just wonder how dynamic that is.
Yeah, because I was like, you're not gonna like try to scare like a general or high-ranking officer.
No, I feel like that should only apply to like grunts or something like that.
Yeah. What else was there? There was something else. Oh, exploration in the game. Marty and Blitz. What do you think the exploration will be like in this game?
I think it'll be solid. I'm hoping it doesn't go too far because I don't want it to be too open world. Like
Would
which
you
one
just
was
like
it?
if it was just more in depth, other than
Like
just
you
open
know
world?
what? You know who I think did exploration really well in this type of game is or this as a similar vein is Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Mhm.
Where like it was open, well, like it was linear, but there was still it was open world enough to where like you could, backtrack to certain places or follow like side paths or something like that to kind of see what else is out there in the world. It
Mhm.
wasn't like completely open world where there's like a different instance every time. Like I feel like there's a time and place for that, and I don't think that this type of game would be best utilizing that type of open world mechanic. So it's like I hope they let you explore, but at the same time, it's clear that this is where you got to go to advance the game further and stuff like that. So, like, don't completely hold my hand, but hold my hand a little bit.
Yeah. Just a little bit, just to get started off with, so I can get acquainted with the game.
Yeah.
And completely
Yeah.
understand that.
So, like, these customization options right now, like these as outfits don't really jump out to me all that much, but I kind of want to see the stats or like the perk or the bonuses that are behind them.
Mhm.
And I wonder like, and apparently I think I don't know if they mentioned this in the video or not, but I know I heard where it's like in order to customize your outfits, like get different color outfits and stuff, like you have to find like certain dyes.
Yeah,
like,
certain
you gotta
types
get,
of flowers and
certain
whatnot.
type
Yeah.
of flowers or like
I
tree
really
sap
like
or
that.
something like
You
that.
gotta work for
Yeah.
what you want.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here they go. They're showing it right here. So yeah, like you gotta get a different type of flower. Like if you want a blue joint, you gotta find some blue flowers or something like that. Or if you want a yellow outfit, then you gotta find some yellow trees or some yellow flowers and stuff. That's cool. Give you a little something to work towards.
Yeah. Also another thing, what do you guys think about their photo mode mechanic?
I don't use photo mode all that much in games.
It's
So
alright.
it's cool. It's a nice option to have, but I'm probably not gonna use it.
Yeah. I just thought that they had that.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably won't have to use it if it was on PC instead of PS4.
Yeah, Cause
In case you can't tell, I'm really looking to break away from my PS4. So I was like, because I really don't turn it on all that much already. So I really would just want everything on PC.
I can definitely understand that because I'm looking at my PS4 right now collecting dust. So, um, I think that's about it on Ghost of Tsushima from what we've been shown. Was there anything else that Chef or Marty wanted to say about this beautiful game?
I'm looking forward to it.
Looking
Yeah,
forward
I'm
to
intrigued.
it.
We'll see.
Yes.
Gotta see a little bit more, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah, definitely have to see a bit more. But I guess we're liking majority of what we're seeing, and we would definitely like to see more. So, Ghost of Tsushima, please keep coming with the content.
They showed us actual gameplay.
Yes, which is crazy. um,
We appreciate that.
yes. So, moving on to the next topic. So Epic Game Store just made another pretty, I would say it's a lucrative deal with Fnatic, Green Man Gaming, and Geneva Digital. Has anyone heard of Geneva Digital?
Nah, I use
No.
Fanatical and Green and GMG. That's about it.
But same as with the partnership that they did with Humble Store last year, I'm gonna be doing that for games that you get on Fnatic, Green Man Gaming, and Geneva Digital. What were some of the games?
Jimbo.
Oh, GTA 5, of course, is free on Epic's game. Is it still free right now, or was
No.
that
But I think did it pass already, or
Yeah,
is that
it's
It-
Civ
one more
6
week?
now.
it passed?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Civ 6. Yeah, you had a certain amount of time to claim GTA 5 free on Epic, and then I think now it's Civ 6, which I ended up getting because I might try it one day.
Okay. Chef, I did want to ask you, how do you feel about them making this deal? Would
I'm
that
actually not very. Yeah, I'm not too keen on what the deal is.
So I think basically, what they're doing is you can link or sync your purchases on like Fanatical, Green Man Gaming, and this other one. You can sync your purchases on there with Epic, and I think the main thing that they ended up doing was it's almost like they're doing some like a price matching system to where it's like, and they're offering like automatic refunds too. So like, say you pre-order a game on Green Man Gaming. For like a reduced price. So like, let's say like you pre-ordered Resident Evil 3 for like $40 or $41 or whatever it was. And then like say if it was on the Epic game, if it was something that was only on the Epic Game Store, like they'll match that price. So instead of you're paying 60 through Epic, then they'll give you the price that you paid on Green Man Gaming and Fanatical and stuff. And they've also made it easier to refund too. Like they'll do automatic refunds or something like that.
So, Chef, that being said, would that maybe levitate you more towards Epic Game Store just to try some new games?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's not really too much of a game changer to me.
I mean, no, I know it's not, but I mean, it's something different, I would say. Because I mean, has Steam ever pulled a deal off like this before, or any
They
other
never will.
launcher? I mean, I don't really think they need to be honest, but I would say this is pretty smart business practice from
Yeah.
Epic's.
So basically, because I don't think I did a good job explaining it. So basically, Epic they just introduced the automatic refund purchase system to where like before to get a refund started on Epic, you'd have to put in a ticket with Epic support. That now they've pretty much automated the refund system. So it's a lot easier to process a refund. Then also the whole price matching thing with Epic with Green Man Gaming and Fanatical and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like the question I wanted to ask was, do y'all like has this changed your feelings on Epic Game Store, if at all? Because like they used to get a lot of heat for like, oh, they don't have a shopping cart, they don't have a review system, they don't have this, they don't have that. But like in the last probably about year or so, Epic has
They've been
kind of they've cleaned their stuff up, especially now with like them putting out GTA 5 for free on there. It literally broke their store.
Mhm.
So it's like niggas talk about, oh fuck Epic, fuck we're never gonna buy this, all this shit, but all of a sudden, the traffic on there is through the roof all of a sudden now. Plus you got like games like Borderlands on there. You know, Civ 6 is on there for free now. So it's like, has what they've been doing recently changed your opinion on Epic Game Store at all? If it's changed at all?
Honestly, didn't have an opinion on the game store, to be honest. It's just another game store to me.
At first, I didn't really like it that much, and I don't really use it at all. But definitely from what I've been hearing and just the improvements that it's been making ever since, like it gained attraction from Fortnite, it's done a really good job of improving and kind of, I would say it's starting to be like a rising competitor to Steam.
They finally
Um,
started to clean things up.
Yeah,
Like it's a lot more user friendly, I think.
yeah. They
I mean,
definitely got their stuff together, or
I
they're
mean,
getting their
like,
stuff together.
yeah, because I'm kind of like Marty, where I didn't really necessarily I didn't really have an opinion on the Epic Game Store. The only issue I ever had with Epic was because I had a couple of security breaches happen on there before. So I was extra wary of that. But as far as like games being like exclusively bought there, or like Epic paying for exclusivity, like that, I never really cared. So like if they have a game on there that I want, I'll go over there and play it. It's nothing to me. Like I'm still waiting for Sam Show to hit Epic, and I'll buy it on that because I just want the game on PC. Like I said, I'm tired of turning on my PS4 because I'm just I'm done with I'm just about done with consoles at this point. I just want everything on PC. So it's like if there's a game that I want to play and it's only on Epic, I don't care. I'll go over there and get it. That being said, I don't use Epic all that much, but the fact that they've stepped their game up with like the automatic refunding changes they've made. They're giving you like automatic discounts on purchases for games, and they're partnering with these different key sites and things like that. Like they've cleaned up their act considerably since since they first came out, I guess. So I mean, I guess you could say my opinion of them has improved, but it wasn't in danger of really falling off, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine
that
definitely
makes
improved
sense.
because my whole issue with them was they released an unfinished product, and I hate when people do that.
Right.
It was just them putting the store out there and just them having the exclusives and all that, saying yo come over here, but the store wasn't even up to par. But like Blitz said, they did start fixing it throughout the year, so it is a little better because I got a few games on there, most notably Control, which is actually a good game.
Oh, you start playing that?
No, I've already had it. I beat it already.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Yeah. I actually what's the name? Saints Row the Third Remaster's on there, and I copped that, and like, I mean, hey, I was gonna get that whether it was on Steam or Epic. It just so happened to be on Epic. I don't care, but like, I'm enjoying that game because that's one of my favorite games of all time, so or of the last decade. So, I mean, I don't have any issues with Epic, with the game store anyway. I mean, so I'm glad to see they're putting that Fortnite money to good use.
Yeah, and I don't actually have any issues with Epic, the launcher itself, like I do with Steam at all times.
Now that's the thing. I think that was good. That was going to segue into my next point. Is that now that Epic is starting to step their shit up, I'm hoping that it gives Steam a kick in the ass to fixing their shit because Steam is like,
Steam's
I don't
starting
know,
to
man.
lag
They're,
behind.
they're really starting to slip up. It's like their fucking client is restarting itself every 20 minutes. They always got some kind of update out of nowhere. Every time we're playing something, it'll just randomly disconnect. Although I don't know if that's the games that I'm playing on there or if it's Steam itself. But like, I don't know. And like some of like the events that they have on there, like the sales and stuff, is like they're not hitting the way they used to. So I'm hoping like Epic starting to Epic starting to gain steam. Hopefully, make Steam do what they want to do better. Cause damn,
Yeah, definitely. Like that shouldn't be a problem. Why do I have to update my Steam like either every day or every other day?
it's always something minor, something really stupid. I'm like
I mean, I
what the
appreciate that they're like fine tuning the game like that. I mean, fine tuning the store like that. But I mean, there's other things that you can really be focusing on. Like, I don't really like the interface, to be honest.
niggas have been asking for a new interface. I was just about to
Hmm.
say they've been asking for a new interface for years.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like
Outdated.
I feel like that. Yeah,
Store interface or library interface?
All of
the,
it.
They just
everything.
library.
Yeah,
The
well, the library
entire-
interface I do like. Yeah, I do like the new library interface, but the store interface I feel like could be better.
The store interface could be a lot better, and also just navigating certain things, like if you want to refund a game, or if you just literally just want to check verify your files for a game. I feel like it could be a lot more simpler, and certain things doesn't have to be so complicated and behind doors. But definitely, Steam needs to do something different, or just improve upon what they already have if they're not going to change anything. But we can only say what we want.
The world may never know.
I want
Exactly.
better sales.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like
Because, could you
Steam
imagine
is
if Steam
known
was
for
starting
their
to?
sales.
Because could you imagine Steam having like a major AAA game for free, like for every month or so? Like, could you imagine like GTA 5 was free on Steam, or like Civ 5, 6 was free on Steam, or something like that?
When
That'd be done.
Destiny came to Steam, they
They
got
did that.
they got some traction. So I don't know why they stopped with Destiny. I feel like even
Like,
though
what's
Bungie
like?
was like looking for not a way out, but they struck a pretty good deal after they parted ways with who they part ways with. Fucking was it
Activision.
Activision? Yeah, Activision. After they parted ways with Activision, Steam picked up a pretty good deal with them. And I don't understand why they didn't like piggyback off that, because that was a pretty good idea to make Destiny free to play. They could do lot of other games.
They would probably be losing too much money. You see how Epic is always giving out these $10 coupons with
Yeah.
their sales, because when they
That's true.
Epic has their sales, they always giving out $10 coupons that are infinite loop.
Mm,
Because once
Yeah.
you use that $10 coupon, you get another one.
Oh, word.
damn.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that was for the first sale that I experienced. I don't know about this one because I still.
Well, when I bought Saints Row 3 Remaster, it came with a $10 coupon. So yeah, I think it was really for. I only paid 30 for it. So
Did they give you another coupon?
let me check.
In the meanwhile, like what are some things that
They did.
See? Yeah. It's just infinite loop with
Damn.
$10 coupons.
Speaking of wanting changes, like what are some things that you want to see change for
From
Steam?
Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, better. I think not necessarily more sales, but better quality sales. Then again, I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like the games that they're selling aren't good, or maybe it's just like I already have a lot of the games that I want already. So it's like even if they do go on sale, it's like that doesn't do anything for me. But for the sake of argument, better quality sales. I think, like I said, a new store interface would be nice. Do y'all use the trading card shit or whatever, or the
No,
badges?
I don't
That's
understand
what it
that.
says useless.
I don't
They need to get rid
understand
of that.
at all.
They need to get unless that I'm assuming that the only reason that they're there is maybe if you earn enough trading cards or badges that it'll eventually turn into a coupon or something. Does it do that or no?
I don't know what it does, to be honest, because
Because other than that, what is it?
they did a
I
poor
feel
job
like
explaining that.
I feel like it's just like their version of Xbox achievements or something, or PlayStation trophies, but they don't really do anything. It's just like
I mean, but they have Steam achievements for the game, so I don't understand why
yeah.
they need
So
that.
so if you're gonna give me trading cards or badges or some shit, how about
Add some value
earn a-
to it.
earn 100 badges and you get a free $20 Steam gift card, or $10 off your next purchase or something like that. How about that, Steam?
Yeah, that would add a lot more attention to that mechanic of Steam.
You're thinking too much, Blitz. Stop it.
Damn, it's crazy.
They already take a big ass cut from the games as is. They can afford
Right.
to do
Exactly.
something different with their sales.
Because even with all these launches that niggas complain about, they don't want Epic, they don't want Origin, they don't want Uplay.
Everybody uses Steam.
Everyone
everyone
uses
uses
Steam,
Steam.
so it's not like they can't afford to
Yeah.
not do it. So
Hey,
I don't know.
If they
So,
don't
yeah.
want to take the risk, I mean, someone else is gonna take it and probably prosper off it. So
that's what I'm
it's only a
saying.
matter of
I feel like
time.
I feel like Steam has become really stagnant over the last couple years because everyone's so familiar with Steam that they don't want to go to any place else. But it's caused Steam to like really like stagnate on like innovating like their interfaces and their sales and their quality of life things for their platform. So, but sooner or later, someone's gonna is gonna show up and like undercut them with features that we've been asking for on Steam for years, and it's gonna be on say like an Epic or an Origin or something, and people will go over there because. Like I said, people just want to play games. It doesn't really matter where you put them. If you make it if you have games that people are interested in, they're gonna come over to your storefront to get them. So
Most definitely. Um, and just with, cause what was it? GeForce or Nvidia is
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
starting. Yeah, they honestly, I like their interface a lot. They could definitely shake the market in terms of s- game stores online, and definitely they could compete with Epic and Steam in that matter if they just take the right steps, which I feel like they can.
Yeah. How do y'all feel about GOG? Because I know like Chef, you use that a lot. I think that's the primary launcher you use, right? You don't even use Steam like that no more, right?
I've actually just figured out that you can launch games from Steam without actually going into Steam.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I've been
never knew
doing that.
I never knew that.
I always just click when I want to play SoCal. I'll just click the SoCal icon. I don't go into Steam to launch it. So
Yeah, I think
No,
I'm
I
gonna
mean
stop
like
doing that as well.
I mean like from the taskbar.
oh yeah,
That little arrow at the bottom, you can just that Steam icon, right click it, and then your games, your recent games that you played, you just click that.
Yep.
But I haven't been in GOG in a minute.
well, how do you feel about them? Do you feel like they could be doing things better to kind of make sure they keep pace with what Epic's doing and what Steam may or may not be doing?
All they really need are some
I
high
feel like they need
profile
better.
sales and I guess some games to be on there. But other
That's
than
what I
that,
was
I like
thinking.
their interfaces,
Yeah, I
or
was
at least
thinking
the
that's
library.
yeah, because I think that's the only thing that turned me off from GOG is like they don't really have the games on there that I want to buy or that I don't already have. So
Because they primarily specialize in the DRM-free thing, so
right.
it's not too many other games that they can try to put on there if they want
Like
to. But
I know Witcher's on there, but I already have Witcher on Steam. I was gonna buy Cyberpunk through GOG, but Nightshade gifted me that on Steam, so I'm good there. So
yeah, that's why I'm gonna get Cyberpunk is through GOG. But other than that, I don't. Other than the sales and having some type of games on there, they're good where they're at.
yeah, okay.
Well, I think that Marty, did you have anything else to say? Or
Nah.
is that it? I think that wraps
Yeah.
the cape on this topic, but you got anything else to say?
Good job, Epic. You've stepped your game up. Just continue to do better. Like I'm looking forward to having like a review system and some other stuff that people have been asking for. So like so far so good. I got a couple games on there that I'm interested in playing for once. So just keep it up.
All right.
Loki,
Moving.
they could do it. They could do a better interface because theirs is kind of bland right now. Like
Yeah.
once they clean up their once they like really once they dress up their interface, I feel like depending on the games that they have coming down the pipeline, yeah, Epic they could definitely gain some momentum. So yeah, just dress up the interface a little bit more, the library and the store front and all that stuff. Y'all got Unreal Engine already, so it's like damn.
Epic, you heard it here first. Change your damn interface, and you can be making
We can install the engine
bucks.
off rip.
Mm.
Install engine. Yo, like if you're a dev, you can install Unreal Engine. That's lit.
See, Epic already making moves already. Steam, step your game
I'm
up
just
if you want to
clicking
stay at
around
the
right
top.
now. That's dope.
But moving on to the other topic that we have for today, Bloodborne is coming to PC now.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. This is from a insider. It's a leak, so we don't know if it's actually coming. But a lot of people are excited just because it was pretty big on PS4. I would say because was it like the number one game for a minute on PS4.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah. So for the people who did play it, Marty,
Never played it.
never played it.
I wanted to play it.
Has anyone in here played it? Cause I haven't
Nah.
played it. Nope.
Hell no.
Damn. So do we really care about this topic?
I mean, if it comes to PC, I'll play it then.
Yeah, depending on the price, we'll see.
Do you think they're gonna drop it at a full 60?
They better not.
What's the one?
I mean, I
What's
feel
one
like
game
it's a
that was
game
on
that's
PS4?
worth 60 though.
I mean, depending on who you.
How
I can't say whether it's worth 60 or not because I haven't played it. But like when Horizon comes to PC, is that going to be 60?
Hopefully not.
Yeah. So, I mean, even whether it's 60 or not, like I'll definitely look into it. I like even if like say it comes out on PC at 60, like I'll wait for a sale and then I'll cop then. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking for reasons to get rid of my PS4 and get rid of consoles altogether outside of the Switch. So like the more console exclusive, quote unquote exclusives that come over to PC, the better, in my opinion. Because you you should have seen the Sony ponies on social media. They were all
Oh, yeah, they
crying.
were
It was like,
upset.
why
Yeah.
y'all keep putting out games on PC? You can't do that.
That's tough.
It's like, and that makes no sense to me. It's like, if these games are as great as you say, why don't you want more people to play them? Like,
Hey.
why are you forcing people to buy your little piece of plastic just to play the games that you say are so great?
Hey,
Like,
to be the
what?
top dog?
Like, maybe I don't want to get a console to play Last of Us 2. Maybe if they put it on PC, then hey, it's lit. You want me to say it's the greatest game ever made? I'm not buying a PS4 for it
Yeah.
or
I don't-
PS5
Why
or
should I
whatever.
have to buy a console to experience a game? I don't know.
I feel like console wars need to, like, and that's the thing too. Like, especially with Xbox showing what they've been showing, and then Sony starting to trickle out little things. Like, it goes to show that the console wars haven't died yet. I thought with like as much parity as there is in gaming these days, I thought that the debate of Xbox versus PlayStation was over. But nah, there's still fanboys out
It
there
is
willing to
still
defend
well
their
and
piece of
alive.
plastics.
Yeah.
They are still want to defend their pieces of plastic to the death, like Sony pays their mortgage. But you know, it is what it is. Like I said, if you want people to play your game, why wouldn't you want them to be more available to more people? So,
Yeah.
like, if this ends up being true, great, because definitely I'll give Bloodborne a try on PC. So
Most definitely. I don't know. I don't think I'll give it a try. I'm still trying to see if I want to finish Dark Souls. So
yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like even if this turns out to be true, like is this really a snowball effect where we're gonna start seeing a lot of major PlayStation titles pop up on PC because we already have Horizon, and then Bloodborne's eventually coming. Like, is God of War next? Is freaking is Last of Us next? Like,
In
it
due
makes you
time, 'cause,
wonder.
You know, money is money. People want money.
Yeah, money
That's
talks.
all it is.
So
I mean, maybe not God of War. I say if there was one game they'd keep, it's God of War.
why?
It's a,
why?
one of their best-selling games. One of their undeniably, unarguably, like good games. You can't deny is good. So
Yeah,
wanna-
but don't you
wanna
think
keep-
Santa Monica would want more sale to drive more sales by putting it on PC?
I think they're loyal enough to want to just keep it to where they know their fans are, and they
Well,
want
I
to just
suppose.
please their fans and not just want money.
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know if that's up to them anymore because with this whole PlayStation Studios joint, where they're directly under Sony now. So
Yeah, that is true. I totally forgot about that.
so I guess again that goes back to Sony. Like, don't you want more? Don't you want more sales?
Oh,
Put
yeah,
put your game on PC.
If
You
it
see
was
what
up to Sony, then yes. But if it was up to just strictly Santa Monica and their decisions on what they want to do with the game, then nah, I don't think they do that.
I still think they would. There's only one thing companies are loyal to, it's money. They can say all the nice things about fans and like we have the greatest fans in the world and we love you guys, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the dollar.
Yep.
Dollar bill show.
Yeah, we'll see if this ends up being true or not.
So, Chef, did you have anything to say before we move on to the next topic?
Nope.
All right. So, Cyberpunk news. We all like it. So this article just dove a little bit into the various difficulty settings on Cyberpunk and also the enemy scaling. So, from what I've read, There would be a hardcore mode, and also there would be a easier mode where it's not really focused on the combat of the game, but more so focused on the story and the setting. I like that you can customize that difficulty in that way, but also the game doesn't move on certain places where there is no enemy scaling. The enemy is set, so if you're under level, don't go over there. As simple as that.
Perfect.
That's half the fun. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you do want to go over there, by
Go
all
over there as a
means.
level. Yeah, go over there as a level 5, rolling up to a level 20 area. That's half the fun.
Getting shot down and just
shit,
repeating it.
run, run!
Um, but is that something that you guys like about Cyberpunk, and just in terms of enemy scaling?
It's the same as Witcher 3, so yes.
Yeah, I would like that. Like I said, that's part of the that's kind of how I like to have fun with these types of games, is like being under leveled and rolling up on a high power or a high leveled area, and then I wonder how aggressive the enemies are going to be, like how far. Because I know in some games they will chase you down to the ends of the earth, particularly if you're under leveled. So yeah, I like that. I think also with the hardcore mode that it also turns off the HUD. So that'll be something to keep an eye on.
As long as it doesn't interfere with the main quest line. The one thing that kept me from playing Witcher 3 was that I couldn't beat a boss within the main quest line, or a mini boss, if you will, because I guess I didn't have enough abilities. And when I say I tried. And I realized I'd have to go do side quests to progress the main story.
You gotta grind. Hey, sometimes you gotta grind.
But
That's RPG.
But what if I just want to play the main story? I get that it's hard, but why
Put it on the
make
lowest difficulty then.
So
It's not the type of game The Witcher is, though.
I mean, for
You
me,
have
it
to
was.
you have to play side quests.
But I don't think games should take that route.
I think they should.
It
Yeah, they
makes
absolutely should, especially for something like this. Absolutely, they should.
like, I understand the world is vast, the world is good, it's enjoyable. However, I want to have the option to. Don't bottleneck me.
You do.
Don't send me down but you don't.
Yeah,
I
you
wanna
do.
have-
Put it on the
I
lowest
wanna-
difficulty.
I don't want to. I want to play on normal. I was playing
So
on
play
hard.
on normal.
I was playing on hard. Granted, that's just what I do. However, I still
Pause.
shouldn't think that should stop you from.
So
Just
you're
progressing
playing
through
you're
the main
playing on a
story.
harder difficulty mode, and then you complain that the game is making you work to beat the harder difficulty mode.
The main quest should give you enough XP to finish the main quest. If you want to do side things that are locked at a level, and yeah, if you want to do this side quest, you must get to this level. I understand that. That gives me something to work for. Not just wanting to
Nah.
play the main quest. Give me
Nah,
something
I
to
mean,
work for.
why do you even play the game then? Like I said, if you want to just get through the main story, then just play on the lowest difficulty, since they're going to be focusing on story elements.
Even with that, it's just that Witcher is not that type of game. They purposely did it like that. They didn't just make them side quests for no reason.
A lot of
And
games
then-
don't just make side quests for no reason.
Yeah,
Not
but if
like-
you
not
wanna
like this,
progress through
though.
The main story of The Witcher, you have to play side quests.
And this is going to be in the same vein. Like, side quests matter in Witcher and Cyberpunk. They're not just stuff that you can do just for optional level up, so you can one shot a lot of so you can over level. Because I think what a lot of the pitfalls that a lot of games like these fall into is the side quests are optional, and they offer a lot of XP, and so you can like do all the side quests before you continue a main mission. And by the time you do most of the side quests, you're over leveled, and you can just one shot or two shot a lot of the main story bosses and things like that. These games like Witcher and Cyberpunk are going to make you work to get to advance, and I appreciate that, because it's like it's akin back to how games used to be back in the day, where it's like, yeah, games were hard and you had to adapt and you had to grind for it. And so when you actually finally do beat it, there's such a great level of satisfaction to all the work you just put in. Probably games are too easy these days, and they hold your hand too much.
The kids will never understand what we had to go through.
Never. You will never understand playing Ninja Gaiden, bruh, or Battletoads.
Bruh. Never. They will never understand.
Y'all lucky. Y'all niggas is so spoiled with autosave back when you had to have memory cards. and
Yo, I would
fucking
have to
and fucking
manually save my stuff.
I had an N64, so I had to get an expansion pack to save. My first game ever, the first game I ever owned was Donkey Kong 64. My parents bought me it, and but they didn't buy it. But what we didn't know is that you had to have an expansion pack to save. So, and then my mom eventually bought me an expansion pack. I think it was like 20 or 30 bucks, but like not for like that first like month and a half. Where it's like every time I was done playing, I'd shut the game off. I'd have to start all the way over.
That's tough. I
Y'all,
would have
y'all
left the
lucky.
game on at that point.
Y'all are spoiled with this autosave, bruh. Like games used to make you work back in the day. So that's what I appreciate about games like Witcher and Cyberpunk, where it's not going to hold your hand. You have to like, especially with the side quests, because they do matter.
Definitely. It also kind of, I wouldn't say it makes the game, but it's a very important part of the game. It just adds to the immersiveness of the game. So
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's part of it too. Like they really want you to be immersed in this world. Like everything they've done from making the game first person to adding, significant side quests that have a lot of bearing on the main story. Like they really want you to be immersed in this universe and really take it all in and have it be in your face. So I feel like that's the reason why they made the difficulty settings like they have, and I like that a lot.
Does anyone have anything else to say about the story or difficulty or enemy scaling about Cyberpunk 20?
I want this game now.
Shit. I think you gotta wait in line because there's plenty of other people that want this game as well.
There's supposed to be a showcase of more of the game in June, so let's at least get to that. That's on a.
Are you ready for
Damn,
that?
we might have to put that week's podcast on a Thursday too, because that's on a Thursday.
Damn. Yeah, we might have to.
Because that's gonna be lit.
We definitely.
Because they're supposed to do like a deep dive into it, like the different sections in the city, the different gangs, and then what's the name? The different weapons you can use, the customization. So I'm ready because if they show what I think they're gonna show, yeah, this is my most anticipated game of the year by far.
That being said, Cyberpunk, please continue to excite us. I don't think there's been like a news drop that has been objectively bad about Cyberpunk yet.
Don't think so. Like in terms of like controversy or what?
Well,
there
either
has been.
concept. Really?
Yeah, they got
There was
pushed back.
Oh, I mean,
Oh yeah, Besides that,
I mean, that's not really like. I'm
Nah,
talking about like
that ruined my week, bro. Because I was ready. It was supposed to be out like a month ago.
I mean, yeah, that did like hit all of us hard, but I'm talking about like something about the game. There wasn't like any leaks. We're not hearing anything negative from the dev team. It's
Because
all
niggas respect
positive
CD
stuff.
Projekt Red. That's why.
Yeah, and that just
They ain't
goes to
bitch
show
niggas.
like if the company respects the craft, the players and the supporters are gonna respect the company.
That's exactly-
and also
actually, you know what,
respect the game.
That's exactly what it is. I feel like because CD Projekt Red they put so much dedication and time into their craft, where people see that and they're transparent with it. People respect that. It's just like, you know what, I'm gonna let them cook. So,
Yeah.
and they deliver. It's not like they're spending all this time and
Oh yeah,
then
they're not
the
doing.
game comes
They're
out
not
and it's
pulling
dog
like an
shit.
anthem or nothing like that, but definitely putting in the work, and you can definitely see the work and feel the work. Pause. So, Cyberpunk, please hurry up and come out. In other news though, so we have the confirmed and speculated games to come out on the PS5. To nobody's surprise, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the first on the list. Then we have Dirt 5, Destiny 2,
Dirt.
which I'm honestly surprised about.
Dirt.
I don't,
Now for Destiny 2, are they gonna have all the DLC that's been released up to date on there?
that because if they're not, I don't really think they should be putting this on the PS5.
That's fucking stupid. Like, you mean you're gonna have to buy the game again?
Yeah, and then buy all the DLCs to catch up to the current. I would hope not. I would hope that they say, okay, this is the DLC that we're gonna start with, then you can just buy up from there. But
Yeah, like anything that's new, yeah, then you got to buy for like all the DLC.
yeah,
Like, what's it? Shadowkeep and
yeah,
that other stuff.
I would hope that they don't make them like. I would honestly, I would say Shadowkeep is like a pretty good place to start in terms of DLC, or at least from the last of that I played, because I haven't played it in a while. But I will say, from the amount of hours that I put in on Shadowkeep is pretty good DLC. That
Do you do you think they'll make it free to play?
Mm,
It's free to play on PC.
I'm not sure. I think they'll only. It would be smart for them just to only do it for PC, like only do free to play for PC. Just because they didn't split deals, they didn't split away from Activision. Um, Also like on consoles, they just did it on PC, and that kind of affected their PC player base. But in terms of player base on their consoles, they kept pretty same numbers. So I wouldn't suggest them to make it free on consoles.
I feel like they should because like if I was a console only player and I bought Destiny 2 on PS4, I'm not buying it again on PS5.
I mean, that is another thing as well. So, it,
I made
actually,
that mistake with
damn,
GTA 5. I'm not doing that.
that might be what they do then. Because
Well, they
if you're
should do
just
what
transferring,
Xbox is doing. Yeah, do what Xbox is doing. If you have the Xbox One version of a game, you get the Xbox Series X version free or free upgrade or whatever. Do that. They should do that.
yeah, yeah,
Because I'm not paying another $40, $60 for the same game just to, on the newest console. I'm not doing that again because I made that mistake with GTA 5. I'm not doing that again.
yeah. So hopefully, um, that would be a pretty smart idea to do that. And then also, if people that are getting into Destiny, yeah, you gotta buy that shit again. Um,
Yeah.
Also Fortnite, nobody's surprised. Godfall, um, also pretty
Are we still
excited
worried
about.
about this game? Are we still
I'm
worried about this game?
I'm excited
It's
about
still
it.
it's still
I want to see
gearboxed.
more though. I definitely
Yeah,
want
we
to see
got. Are
more.
we,
Yeah, they need to show more.
Yeah, because from what I'm seeing, I'm definitely liking the look of the game, and it's a look I've never seen before. I don't know about you all if you ever seen either elements or just the overall look of the game like this anywhere else, but I'm liking what
seen
I'm seeing.
there's an MMO I used to play. I think it was the first MMO I played on my PC before I got into BDO that looked kind of like this, but not as sharp looking. Um, so yeah, I guess I've seen this kind of not art style, but this like aesthetic before. But yeah, it definitely looks exciting. But we got to see more. Hopefully, with next month being June, that's normally E3 time, and that's where a lot of companies start really pulling out their big announcements. And I think June is still going to be a big month for announcements, even though E3 is canceled. So hopefully we see more next month on Godfall, because yeah, I'm still definitely interested, but we got to see actual gameplay, not the behind the scenes alpha that wasn't even supposed to get out.
Yeah.
So
So, Godfall coming to PS5. Was it coming to PC as well?
I
think it was a PS5
yes.
exclusive.
No, yeah,
Really?
actually it is. It's gonna be on Epic.
Ah, true. Oh yeah, it is.
All right, bet.
Yeah. See?
Then we have Lord of the Rings. I don't think really anybody care for that.
Oh,
Outriders.
Hold up.
That nigga look crazy. Holy shit.
I have not seen any news about this game.
We talked about Outriders like 6 podcasts ago. They were supposed to be showing a.
It looks like a Destiny ripoff. I'm not gonna lie.
It does. They're like it was funny because like that week when we talked about it, they were supposed to be having like a showcase the following day.
Square Enix.
I completely forgot about it. So
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to
Um,
look up some info about this. I mean, it
Yeah.
looks interesting, even though it looks strikingly
used by
similar.
the same people that made Gears, Judgment, and Bulletstorm.
Are those turn? I know Bulletstorm isn't turn based, but I've never played Judgment.
I think
I don't
that's
think-
Gears Judgment turn based?
I don't think it
was
is.
a
No.
turbo-
no,
it
it's
was a
not.
turbo
It's
Gears
a.
game.
Is it a top down?
Oof.
It's an actual Gears game.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oh, Judgment?
Yeah.
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 Is it top down?
No, that's the one with Baird.
I think you think the one
Which
the top
one's the
down
Thinking
one.
top
about
down
the other
one?
one.
I think
Thinking
I
about
think that's
another one.
That's Gears Tactics, I think is what you're
Oh,
thinking
okay. That
Yeah,
is what I
Gears of War
was talking
Judgment
about.
is the actual Gears of War game that wasn't good, but I know which one you're talking about. That's a, I forgot what it was called. Yeah, Tactics, I think.
Uh,
Yes,
Square
Tactics.
Enix, huh?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So-
Bulletstorm, but yeah.
Outriders, Quantum Era.
I
Haven't
had
heard
no
much
idea what
about
that is.
this game.
Cosmic
Scarlet.
horror game. What the fuck?
Alright, so me and Bliss might be looking into that.
9
Uh,
visuals and gameplay that some remarking looks like Doom meets Dead Space. Ooh.
That might be kind of interesting.
Well, we know Sector's not
Scarlet
playing it.
Nexus.
Scarlet Nexus. We saw some
I don't wanna
gameplay of
play
this on the last podcast, I believe, or the
Yep.
second to last.
The
Yeah,
two.
last. So, from what we saw, it was kind of. I would say, from what we said, overall rating is like a 6
alright.
out of 10. Like a
Look,
meh.
alright. I need to see a little bit more, and if it proves to be good, then I'll get it on sale or something.
Yeah.
You know what's
'cause-
funny about you saying 6 out of 10?
What?
Their first game is a 6 out of 10 on Steam.
Tough.
Who?
That's crazy.
Which game's 6 out of 10?
Kings of Lorne, the Fall
Oh.
of Ibris.
The fuck is that?
That's Kill Team's first game.
Hmm.
Team Kill, yeah.
Oh.
But from Scarlet Nexus, from what we've seen, Chef pointed out that there's some frame drops in the
video.
trailer. Yeah. So definitely you have a lot of stuff to work on. But I mean, in terms of color and looks, it looks really nice. Some
Yeah, hopefully
generic
the
ass
combat-
character model though.
Yeah, I really hope we can customize that because this Sumeragi nigga, nah, as soon as he started talking, I'm like, nah, we're putting this in sub. I don't care. You sound like a weenie in dubbed. I'm not gonna hold you. But yeah, I need to see a little bit more combat. Hopefully it's
I want a new Kill Fall.
is this my platinum? I don't think.
What?
No, this
Scarlet?
isn't Pat. Yeah, Scarlet
No,
Nexus.
Team Kill.
I don't. No, Team Kill is the other one, though. The game above it. Who's making Scarlet Nexus? Because it's published by Bandai Namco.
Right. I fucked up.
Who's making Scarlet Nexus?
Quantum Error is the other game. It's,
When
Team
Bandai
Kill's first
Namco
game,
gonna make a new IP?
second game.
I think this is their new IP.
Really?
Yeah, this is Bandai. This is
Oh.
Bandai Namco.
Ah, okay.
You know they love their anime games.
It does say
um,
next game from Bandai Namco.
Yeah, okay, Bandai Namco. Okay, yeah. I don't know why I thought it was probably because the
It looks
combat
like
reminded
it.
me of
Yeah.
Astral Chain.
It looks like it. I
So
think
hopefully,
when we first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this reminds me of Astral Chain," or it looks
Yeah, so
a
hopefully-
lot like it.
yeah, I need to see a little bit more, but I was interested. Like I said, I would get it on a sale. I wouldn't get it day one unless they really show something that blows me away.
Next game, Vampire Bloodlines 2. Watch Dogs Legion. We haven't heard a lot
I
about
forgot
this
about
game
that game.
ever. I don't know why they stopped like promoting it, because it was getting like
Because
some
it
really
probably
good.
doesn't work like they intended it to.
Dang.
Yeah, that did seem really ambitious when they were talking about it. Where it's like you can like almost any NPC can be recruited into your
Your
to
fold
group or whatever.
Yeah.
and there's permadeath. That did sound pretty ambitious. Yo, Ubisoft be shooting for the stars with some of these games. Watch Dogs Legion,
I
Young
mean,
Good and Evil
I
2.
like the risk that they're taking. I like the
Yeah, they
risk
be
that
shooting
they're
for the stars. Yeah.
So we're now getting into the unconfirmed but expected games for the PS5. We have Rainbow, not really a surprise. Rainbow Six Quarantine. Now I don't know much about Quarantine. I just know from the event that they had. I think it was
Could be some
Outbreak.
bullshit.
Yeah, it could be some BS to be honest. Then we have Warframe, Elder Scrolls, Battlefield 6, Cyberpunk.
6. Did they announce the 6?
I don't.
They said
They
it was the sixth one coming.
Yeah.
They said
Oh,
they're
wow.
making one.
I did not see that announcement. Okay. Interesting.
Instead of another
Call of
Battlefield
Duty,
title.
Modern Warfare, Warzone, Call of Duty.
They really gonna
2020
waste their
was the
time
last
putting
one.
Modern Warfare back on PS5?
I don't think they
Of course.
need to do that.
Because by the time the PS5 is out, the new Call of Duty is probably going to be out. Right? Isn't that how that cycle goes?
They
Uh,
better not.
When did?
I don't think it's gonna
usually
be out when
November
it's out.
that
Yeah,
Call of Duty comes
Modern-
out, right?
Modern Warfare came out last November,
Yeah, and if they're supposed to be releasing these consoles holiday,
and then they usually announce
2020.
and they usually announce the new Call of Duty like in the summer, and then it usually comes out that following like October, November. So by the time Christmas comes around or holiday, the PS5 is going to be out. The new Call of Duty is going to be out. So why waste your time with Modern Warfare? Well, whatever.
Maybe we want to
I don't
grab
play
some more
Warzone
people.
anyway.
Yeah. You don't want to have anything to say about the games confirmed and expected for the PS5?
I really
Leaving
hope
the-
that Call of Duty, speaking of which, is really going to be a callback to Black Ops, because we was talking about it in Discord the other day. We were reminiscing on the old Black Ops maps and weapons and stuff, because that was Call of Duty at its peak.
I don't know. Black Ops 2 hasn't been matched.
Black
yet.
Ops 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Great games.
Black Ops has not been matched yet, so.
Yeah, I don't think there's been one Call of Duty that I've enjoyed more
That
than
didn't come
Black Ops 1
close
and
to
2.
Black Ops 2, yeah, or Black Ops 1 for that matter.
Yeah, I can't think of one. Black Ops 3 was alright. I played it a little bit, but I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as 1 and 2.
Didn't seem that interesting.
And
to
then
me.
and Black Ops 4, fuck off.
So the next topic we have the Snyder Cut for Justice League. Does anybody even care about that?
Nope.
I'll see it just to see what it looks like, because it can't be any worse than the original version that came out. Holy shit, that was bad.
Snyder Cut, is it going to be 4 hours so they can properly give us backstories on the characters they shoehorned into the movie?
I don't know how long it's going to be, but I think that's going to be part of it.
Because Cyborg literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Who else came out of nowhere? Aquaman.
Flat? Aquaman? Flat? Did Flash come out of nowhere?
Nah, I feel like he had.
Well, he did, but everybody knows who Flash is, regardless of what type of backstory they give.
His stupid ass.
And they they should be using them in a different way, but I guess they won't do that.
Yeah.
Always gotta fuck
I mean-
up the multiverse.
I'm not gonna pay money to see this. I'll tell you that.
Hell no.
I'll who knows if it's gonna be in theaters, because you know how that's working out these days.
Yeah,
How
they,
movie theaters are. Oh, what's the name? It's not movie theaters. It's gonna be on HBO Max. That's how they're doing it.
Mhm.
Oh shit! I need to update Stepman. What was his name?
Steppenwolf.
Yeah, Steppenwolf.
That piece of shit.
CGI.
Oh my god.
That shit was nasty.
Holy fuck.
What is it?
He was the main villain in the movie.
But his-
Exactly.
his
It was
CGI
so
was
bad.
terrible.
It was so bad.
Yuck. CGI.
Didn't they have like who the actor they get to play Steppenwolf? Wasn't it like Andy Serkis or something?
I hope not. I hope he didn't relegate himself to that
Could-
role.
Because I thought they got like a big name actor to play him, and they just ended up wasting his time with all that garbage CGI.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, it's coming to HBO Max in 2021. I don't really watch TV like that, so I'm not gonna get HBO Max just for it. But like, if somebody else has it and they stream it, I'll watch it then. Because I think it's supposed to add like there's supposed to be like a lot of like deleted scenes and different and like whole like maybe not whole retellings, but like there's supposed to be a lot more context added to the movie that we saw in theaters.
Hmm.
So maybe it'll be like a 6 out of 10 instead of like a 4.
That
Who
was a
the
waste of
fuck
money. It wasn't a waste of money.
Syrian
I enjoyed the
Hines?
action scenes they had, but
The action was dope. I
Yeah.
will give Justice League. The action was dope. It's just the story they were telling. It was very
Oh.
convoluted. It was very piecemealed.
It seemed like it was just put together, to be honest.
It
from
was
what I
put
saw.
together because I've always had this problem with DC. It's like they
They don't take time
they-
with their stories.
they wanted the Marvel levels of money, and they wanted it now rather than taking the time to build it up. Because like I said, they should have started with your Superman movie, your Batman movie, your Wonder Woman, your Flash, etc., and then you bring in Justice League, and then introduce that, and then build on it from there. But no, they did like 2 standalone movies, and then all of a sudden, here come all the other characters, and now we're the Avengers now. So
Yeah, it's like, how can you bring in all these characters and they just mesh well to fight together?
and not just like any old characters, like icons like the Flash and Aquaman.
Yeah,
Because
like
because
there's
when Justice League came out, Aquaman's movie hadn't come out yet. So we had no idea where he came from. Like, why does Aquaman look like that? How come he's not the blonde white guy or something like that? So we didn't have any context. So.
They could have did. They honestly could have done a lot better with this with the execution of it. But
If they had just taken their time and did it right,
I don't want to take the
because
time anymore.
Marvel's in the twilight of their run right now, because they're in a lull period because they're building they're getting ready to ramp up again. But in
Yeah.
this downtime, just this would have been DC's shit opportunity to just snatch shit right up, because let's say all right, Endgame just ended, so that phase of Marvel is over. But like say now we got like a Batman movie coming, then we got the Flash, and then we have Wonder Woman 2, and then we got Teen Titans. I don't know. Like this would have
Yo,
been
if they
DC's time.
put a Fire Teen Titans movie,
Like this would have been DC's perfect time to snatch shit up and just keep the train moving. And
I mean,
like
I've
this
only
would be
heard
their
good
time to
things
shine.
about the Titans show.
Actually,
That shit was
'cause
garbage, yo. I don't care what nobody
Since,
says.
since
That
the
shit was
coronavirus
an
hit,
insult to my time.
What did you say?
Wonder
Sir?
Woman was actually supposed to come out a while ago, along with Black Widow.
Oh
But
yeah.
since everything
Oh
had to
yeah,
get
yeah,
pushed
yeah.
back,
Wonder Woman 2 was supposed to be out, yeah.
So,
But yeah, but you get my point. Like now that Marvel is kind of like in this down period, not a down period, but they're like kind of in a quiet period. This would have been DC's perfect time to just like this is their moment in the sun. But they didn't want to take the time to build up the universe and then just throw a whole bunch of shit at the wall, thinking niggas was just gonna buy it. It's like nah, like tell a good story that makes sense, that makes you want to care about these characters and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, if somebody's got HBO Max and they stream it in the Discord, that's how I'll watch Justice League. Cause I'm not paying for that shit.
Definitely wouldn't catch me streaming that shit. Does anyone have anything else to say about Justice League or the Snyder Cut? Before we move on to the
Happy for all the people that have been demanding, because apparently this is what people have been demanding for like years, for
I
like
don't
since
know
Justice
why,
League came
but
out.
God.
I mean, because it was our understanding that the Snyder Cut was the definitive cut of the movie. Like I said, it's supposed to add a lot more context and a lot more explanation as to why the movie that came out in theaters was the way it was. Like there's basically the one that came out in 2017 had big chunks missing, and the Snyder Cut is supposed to put all those big chunks back. So this is supposed to be the definitive Justice League movie that was supposed to have been out. So we'll see if it's any good or not, because the one that came out 3 years ago was yeah. So
It's coming to HBO Max in 2021. God damn.
yeah.
Well, alrighty then. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the anime portion of the podcast. Now,
Well, before we get into that, Chef, we finished Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood last week or 2 weeks ago. What's your final verdict?
speechless.
I gave it an 8 out of 10 before.
Okay.
It sounds like you want to bump that number up though.
Nah, I might want to keep it the same.
Keep it the
Because they
same.
didn't want to come out with a second season.
See, and now you understand.
I want
and
more.
now
I
you
want
understand. And now you
That's what
understand.
But they wrapped up the story. What do you think what would you want to have seen from a second season? Because they wrapped up everything in that last couple episodes.
I'm not sure what I would want to see, but I'm sure they could have came up with something else.
He said, "I just
But-
want more."
Yeah, they want more. Or they can expand to, well, I don't know if they want to expand to doing side stories, because like I said, I like Mustang the most out of all the characters that I've seen in the
Could
show.
have, but I feel like with Mustang's side story, particularly if it was after that, the whole 64 episodes, it would have just been him being Fuhrer. I don't know how exciting that would have been.
That's true.
There could have been like
Unless-
a new thread or something.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But man, to me, I've always said I like when series know when to wrap their stories up and just leave it at that. Like we had a great ending, just leave it. Don't follow it up with a sequel, because sometimes it kind of cheapens the good ending you just put out.
yeah. And I mean, honestly, like I would like to see more, because it's just an amazing anime. But also at the same time, they did like a really good job of sealing the story shut with, like once they took his alchemy away. Not saying like it took the character away, but it's like okay, like it's a pretty good ending point where, he's known for that and he sacrificed alchemy to get his brother back. So that's all that he ever wanted really, was to get his
Right.
brother's body back, and he achieved that. So I mean,
What
now
else is there left to do?
yeah, there's nothing really left.
Because I
else
know
to
they're
do.
like traveling. They're like traveling the world and shit, like, and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know if I really. I'd rather read like a manga about that. I don't know if I really want to see that like animated because there wouldn't really be a lot to like cover in animation, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
But an 8 out of 10? It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
how about 8.5?
I can give it
Let
that.
me.
All right, 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah,
that
because
shit.
they side characters were the side characters were better than the Elric brothers. Well, no,
Whoa,
Alphonse
whoa.
was the better Elric brother.
Actually, no, I would agree with that. I mean, I like the Airlock brothers, but there's like I said, like Chef said, I take more interest in the side characters like Mustang
The Armstrongs, I like
and
them.
the Armstrongs and freaking and Ling. Like I like those characters better.
Ling was a G. Ling stuck through.
So
I like Greed as a
shout-
character too. I like how he.
Oh, yeah.
I like
he
how
had the most
grew.
character development out of all the quote unquote antagonists.
I
Said
feel like
Greed.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
like
yeah.
he actually got what he wanted. Like he felt fulfilled when he was going out. I like that a lot. And I feel like
yeah.
I honestly I kind of wish Envy turned out to be a good person.
Nah,
But I mean,
Envy's a good villain. Like I don't want him to have a
yeah,
change of heart.
I
Like
mean, most definitely. I'm not gonna take that away from Envy, but I don't know. Just how
Yeah.
Greed kind of had that revelation when he was going out. I wish Envy would have had some type of revelation where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
Greed finally got what he wanted. Envy, I don't know, wouldn't be jealous or would feel content in the place that she was.
Well, I think I talked about it a little bit after we finished watching. Was like, I can't remember who was talking about it, but like there was like, if you think about it, like all the homunculi died in like some form of poetic justice
Mhm.
based on their name. Like not like Greed died finally getting he finally had everything he wanted, so he died that way. Wrath died in peace, like he didn't die like in a blaze of glory like you would expect him to. Like he kind of died peacefully
Mhm.
after it was all said and done. Gluttony ended up getting devoured by pride and that kind of thing. So it's like I feel like I don't remember what they said about Envy, but I feel like Envy's character arc was perfect. Like I didn't really want him to have a change of heart because I mean hell, and like jealousy is an ugly thing. Like no matter what way you spin it,
Mhm.
so it's like he can take that shit to the grave. so So yeah, there's just like and there's so much more. Like I've done a little bit of reading on it, like kind of like the hidden meanings behind a lot of the things that they've done with the presentation of that show. Like there's just like so much thought and detail that went into it. So that's why it's by far my favorite anime to watch.
It's definitely an amazing anime. If you haven't in the chat already, please, I don't know why you wasting your time. Shit, stop watching this right now and watch the first episode.
Stop wasting. No. Before you do that, hit the like button.
Yeah, hit
Finish
the like
video,
button.
hit the like button, and subscribe and all that. But then after that, go watch Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood, I like Brotherhood better than the original one that came out a long time ago. Both are good, but Brotherhood is a lot more fast paced because it stays truer to the manga, where there's always something happening. The original Full Metal Alchemist had like not filler, but there were some episodes like where it would take away from the major plot, and they wouldn't take away from the major plot, but they would go into more detail. In some places, a little bit more detail than I really care to see, but it was still really good. But Brotherhood, I just liked the most because there was always something moving in each episode. It kept the plot moving every episode.
The plot moved every episode. There was no stagnant, complacent point in the plot.
Even the one where like the halfway episode where it's like it was Hohenheim like having that dream about like his immortality and like how he got to where he is now. Like even that it was basically a recap episode, but even then it showed like his inner thoughts into why he was doing the things he was doing and why he was thinking the way he was.
It was still adding to the story without there being any main characters really in the on the screen, which I like that about when anime or any show for that matter that can progress the story without the main characters being on the screen.
Right.
So.
But yeah.
Definitely, Full Metal, goated. But to get on the topic at hand, Fire Force Season 2 trailer has shown itself.
No, I have not seen this.
From what I'm seeing,
I hope it's better than season
This
1.
is going to be a lot more plot heavy, I feel like.
Okay, good, because season 1 was all right, but like the way it ended, it was like I know there's more, and I really hope that there's more fast because it didn't really.
They're going to be
It was
pulling
kind of
up
it
on
was
like the
underwhelming.
stronger evangelists. And there's a black guy.
Is he a villain?
Yeah, he's on the evangelist.
Uh,
But
Damn.
he
Well,
did you
if
see
he
that?
could throw, no, I'm a little bit behind. So if he could throw hands, I'm about it.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
Every step he taking, there's explosions
oh,
though. I mean, it looked like he could throw
okay.
hands. But
Yeah,
from
yeah.
just from the
This looks a
overall
lot more
theme of
involved.
it, yeah, it looks like there's going to be a lot more development in terms of character and just the overall plot. Just because I felt like in the first season, I felt like Blitz may be able to attest to this as well. That the later part of season one, they kind of rested up on the plot, and it was just focused on not not
It was
really
under.
anything with importance, like overall importance to the story. Um,
I just started to have a problem during that last fight that he had with his brother
yeah, heating up
because they
the
started like
particles
heating
in
up
the
the
universe,
particles
like
so he could.
what, bruh? That don't even
Oh,
make sense.
yeah, but don't get copyright.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I backed this. I was about to do that.
Yeah, because that last fight was like what? Like they try to introduce quantum physics, like actual quantum physics into an anime fight. I'm
Yeah, I was
like,
like, you
bruh.
can't do that, bro.
And my overall, I guess, issue with season 1 of Fire Force was like, okay, so Shinra joins Company 8, and you get to know some of like the crew members a little bit, but we didn't really know about them enough to where it's like
We can really feel for
th-
them.
where I can really feel for them because it's like, oh, it's like because the captain's always talking about these are my crew members, these are my family and stuff, and we fight for each other and we fight for family and all that shit. But we didn't really see them really like bond like that.
There
It's
was
like
more
what?
development for what's his name? Man's with the broom that was flying with the broom. There was more development
Oh,
for him and his division than
oh, what was his name? That dude was dope.
yo,
I can't remember his name. Something Maru or something.
yeah,
That nigga was fire,
he
yo.
was
Pun intended.
murking everyone.
Yeah, but like Company A is like they wanted the show wants you to believe that they're this really tight knit family that fights for that has each other's backs. But it's like not to say that they don't, but we don't really see proof of that exactly.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's almost like they don't really know each other, but they still fight for each other. And I just
That's
found
weird.
that whole family bonding thing. I felt that I didn't find it all that believable.
Yeah. So
So hopefully maybe they expand on that a little bit more in in season 2. But yeah, like the action, I've never had a problem with the action was always pretty dope to watch. So
definitely, please.
Marty,
please.
did you watch Fire Force?
Watched the first 2 episodes and then couldn't get into it.
Damn.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I remember describing it before it came out. I remember describing it to one of my coworkers, and it was like it's because it's basically about superpowered firefighters that fight people that explode randomly. And he said it sounded stupid. I was like, it sounds stupid, I know, but like it's by the same studio that likes Soul Eater. I know how much you love Soul Eater, so it's
So did
like,
he watch it? Or?
oh yeah, no, he watched it. It was cool.
Okay.
Like I said, it's cool, but I just found the ending of season 1 kind of underwhelming. So I'm hoping season 2 picks up the pace a little bit.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't know. From what I'm seeing, at least in the trailer, I feel like they're gonna be focusing on plot more than just looks and the fighting of it all. I would hope that they go into, like you said, go into the division. Also go in more on the evangelists, because I would, even though they're the enemy, I would like to learn why.
I love good villains.
Yeah, I love good villains. Like, and if either good villains or good anti-heroes, because we never know. Like, they might end up being anti-heroes, and they're not really
Yeah.
so-called villains, even though they were like murking children.
Yeah, that one nigga was.
Yeah, that one dude was. So, and they never really went in depth about him either. They just defeated him and kept it moving.
Yeah. Well, maybe that was all. That was the only story to tell. Maybe there's more. Maybe there isn't. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
So.
But
Shout out Princess Hibana though.
yes, sir. Um, yeah, I feel like they should go a lot more in depth on the plot in season 2. So hopefully Fire Force regains some of the traction when it first came out, because it was definitely popping.
How many episodes was it? Was it 24?
I believe so.
It wasn't 12. I don't think so.
12 or 24. It was
I
it
think
was
I
either
think it
one.
was 24.
Yeah.
I think it was 24.
Um. So yeah. Was there anything else you want to talk about for Fire Force before into the next
Did they say
question?
when does it come out? I think they had the date towards the end of the trailer, but it was in Japanese. I could probably figure out what they were trying to say.
Yeah, it just say 2020.
Hopefully, it don't get delayed like
7/20/20.
July. All right, well,
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully, it doesn't get delayed like like Higurashi did.
Or goddamn No Guns Life.
yeah, I kind of figured Higurashi was gonna get delayed because of everything
Ronin
that's
time.
going on. So even though I think Japan is supposed to be lifting their state of emergency protocol soon, so hopefully that can get things back in gear. But yeah, I'm not really surprised that got delayed, even though I was disappointed.
Yeah. No Guns Life, man. Please come back.
I'm still looking for
I
that
need
score.
that score, bruh. I
don't-
need that score. God, that's probably like one of the best score I've heard in anime in a minute.
In a long
In a
time.
minute. It's rivaling like Cowboy Bebop and Samurai
I
Champloo
was just
score.
about to say.
That noir jazz just hit different. You see that
Damn,
cigar
they
smoke too?
They only got
God.
the OP and the ending theme. Come on.
Come on, man.
I'll keep looking.
Yeah. Do you want to ask your anime question though?
Yeah. So, I was thinking about this in the shower the other day. Actually, you know what?
Hey, shower
I think
thoughts. I feel it.
yeah, shower thoughts hit different. But I think that you actually teased this topic 2 weeks ago. It was like we were talking about like the darker side of anime, where it's like there's like for every Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or Code Geass, there's always like that one anime that's just like that seems to be like the idea that most people get about anime when you say the word anime. We're like the titty shit and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, what's your list of anime to be aware of if you were telling someone who's just getting into anime, like Chef or someone else? What's anime to be aware of? AKA, if you watch it, just be advised. There's some raw
doors.
shit in there.
Just close
Just
the
lock.
door.
Make sure your door's closed.
Yeah. I would definitely say I think
One
I
that you would like. One that you would recommend watching, but still like be
Oh,
aware that there's some shit in
I
there.
have at least I feel like I have more than 5, but I'm gonna give at least 3. One,
Okay.
Prison School, definitely
Yeah,
you
that's
should
one of mine.
definitely watch. It is hilarious. And honestly, as much BS and just fan service, the story is actually pretty good. The story is definitely like something you could get
You can
dragged
follow and
into.
yeah.
So Prison School definitely. A world where dirty jokes don't exist.
Damn,
Now,
you got 2 of mine. Damn it.
now, a world where dirty jokes don't exist. It's solely focused on comedy and wow factor. It's not really much else, but again, that's not really a problem because it's funny and it's honestly enjoyable to watch. It is some wild stuff in there, so I would definitely recommend
It's
close
wild,
the door
alright.
and turn the lights off.
I don't know about turning on off the lights, but yeah, make sure your door's closed.
Yeah, make sure doors close.
Please.
For the other one, I would recommend My First Girlfriend, just because that's
Which one is that?
um
Oh, is that the gal one?
yeah, My First Gal. Yeah, yeah, My First Girlfriend's a gal.
Okay.
I like it. It's funny. And then also, I don't know. I'm a guy. The fan service does its justice.
Hey man.
It does what it does. So I think those are my 3. I have other ones, but I can't really remember the name.
I gotta queue up my anime list. Marty, did you want to go? Did you have any that you can think of right now?
No.
All right. I guess this is just a me
It's
and
just you
Kenpachi
and me,
segment.
yeah.
Uh, well, you mentioned my first two. The world where dirty jokes don't exist, and Jesus, prison school. I guess another one in that vein that I would recommend is High School of the Dead.
Damn, that yeah, all right, yeah, that's one. That's definitely one.
Yeah, because like it's a very simple plot. It's a zombie apocalypse. Don't know why it's happening, but it's just following high school students trying to survive the zombie apocalypse.
It's a
But
harem
on
that you
top
can get
but
into
on top
though.
of it, it's TNA everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Literally every episode. Every episode, damn near every frame. Some
definitely.
some to look at.
What's another one? Um, do, do, do. I'm trying to think of one that's not necessarily like etchy, but like it might have some stuff that. I mean, I'll put it out there. Elfin Lead.
I thought you was
I'll,
about to
I'll
say Mocking Key.
no, bruh. No, the fuck. You know, if you watch a Mocking Key, you only watch Mocking Key for one
For
distinct
one
purpose,
reason.
and that is not for story. I promise you. Um, no, I'll put Elfin Lead out there. I think that's like one of the first like really dark and mature anime that I watched as a kid.
Mhm.
Looking back on it, I feel like it's not as good as people say it is, just because I feel like they're heavily relied on shock factor because there's a lot of fucked up shit in there, like niggas getting their limbs blown off and you know douchebag kids beating up dogs and all that kind of shit. Like I said, it's like shock factor type of stuff.
Mhm.
Um, but I would still like the plot is decent enough where you can follow it to where it's like, all right, I want to see how this ends. But I'll stomach the gore and the fucked up shit to kind of see where the story ends up because I'm kind of interested. Um, so I'd put Elfin Lead up there. What's another one? And Kampachi, feel free to say another one while I'm looking
Let's
while I'm
see.
looking here.
You have honestly, High School DxD season 1.
Just season one, huh?
Just season 1. Just season
I
1.
don't.
Don't watch
That
nothing
was one of the
else.
one.
Just season 1.
That was that was another one that I specifically watched for one reason and not the story.
Honestly, this it's kind of funny. Me and Bands was dying when we was laughing
I
when
haven't seen
we
it
were
in a
watching it.
long. I haven't seen season one in a long time. I think I tried to watch season two and I just never. I never got through it.
It's
But yeah, I
definitely
haven't
hard
seen.
to just like pull up to a random season if you didn't watch
Did you
season
watch it
1.
dubbed or subbed?
I watched it I watched season 1 dubbed and subbed. So I watched it
Okay.
season 1 twice, but I would recommend the
Uh.
dub.
Um. Okay. I think if I do rewatch that, I would do the sub mainly because I know. I think I don't know if he was the dude the dude that does Issei in season one. I'm pretty sure he got booked on child porn charges.
Oof.
Oh,
So something to keep in mind. And I don't know if they ended up replacing his voice actor when they re-released season one or not.
don't let Funimation get a hold of that nigga. God damn.
Yeah. So if I do end up watching that again, I'll watch the sub.
Alright.
Plus, I just don't like Issei as a character. I just find it. I know he's like a typical harem protagonist, but I just find him obnoxious, more obnoxious than any other one.
I don't think when
Like when he
me
would
and
get his
Bands
ass beat, I'd
watched
be
it,
cheering.
yeah.
I hate that nigga, yo.
Me and Bands wouldn't really care for him. It would just either be the girls or like the other guys in the in the show. But another one, and honestly, you can just you don't have to really watch yourself when you or be aware of your surroundings when you watch this, but Ghost Stories is so funny. I promise
It
you.
is funny.
I promise you. If you like, especially if you like dark humor, this is right up your alley. This is right
Oh,
up
like
your
dark
alley.
and toilet humor.
Yeah, this is definitely right up your alley.
The hell is toilet humor?
Like poop jokes, sucking dick jokes, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Just literally like just stupid stuff.
Like what we talk, like well, you know how like the type of jokes that Ty be making. That's toilet humor.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So,
it's not all
um,
that. But there's some of that in there. There's like
now I
there's
don't
a little bit
know.
of comedy for everyone in there.
Now I don't know if like, but yeah, it has to be the dub though, because the way they did
Oh,
the
they
dub
can't be
is
the sub. It can't be the sub.
yeah, because I think the sub is like they try to take an actual like
They're telling
take
the
it
actual
seriously.
story, yeah. But the
Like an
dub is
actual
like
story, but
the dub. They're just saying whatever, and it's
the dub, I
hilarious.
don't know. Like, there's a because Aaron knows about it. You can ask him if you're curious. But like the way the dub was like, that it was like I don't know if it was Funimation or one studio that picked it up, and they didn't have the budget for it, so they were just doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do. So literally, like the voice actors in the dub, they were just talking. They would keep it relevant to what the actual episode is about, but they'd just be talking
Yo, the
just about
rabbit
dumb
had
shit.
a deep voice. He was like, "Touch me." I'm like, what?
They were just talking about just
Oh my
doing dumb shit.
god. It's like run away
Um,
like there's a black man chasing you. I was like, yo.
and then he actually sped up a little.
Yeah, I was like, oh my
I
god.
was like, yeah, so it's just funny. Like it's almost akin to like a South Park type humor or American
It,
Dad or
it really
Family Guy.
is. It really is.
It's hilarious. And
We
what
need
makes it
more
hilarious
like
because
that.
we need more like because they weren't like they were doing it on purpose, but they weren't doing it on purpose. Like they weren't expecting this to like hit.
Yeah, they were
But
just
now
like,
that it's
all right.
out there, it's like
Yeah, it was
let's
like
just
it's
do
a
let's do
throwaway
some
budget.
bullshit.
So I mean,
Yeah, let's do some bullshit and just say whatever. And it ended up being gold because that shit is
See,
hilarious.
and now the difference between them and Funimation, they didn't say like anything like over the top wild. They weren't talking about like rape or anything like that.
Did they, I think
I
there was
don't.
a rape joke
Well,
in there.
actually, no, there was a rape joke in there. Let me chill out.
Well, I think it was a different time then too, because I think because back in when I don't know how long is it, like what 2006
It was
maybe or
definitely
5 or
early
6.
2000s, yeah.
It was early to mid 2000s. Like niggas weren't as sensitive as they are now, so like you can make those type of jokes and get away with it.
Yeah. But,
But like I said,
God,
they were doing it on purpose, but not really because like they didn't expect it to hit. But the shit it's just funny, yo.
we might have to watch that. God,
We
that
never
is
finish it. We
hilarious.
always like get up to like episode like 20 and then stop.
Yeah, that might be the move. I don't know.
That shit is
I might watch
hilarious.
it tonight, to be honest.
That shit is so
God.
That shit is so funny.
Jeez. I think that's all I
Um,
have though.
What's another one I just had? I just saw it. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't have Darling in the Franks on there.
I,
Like, watch it, but just know that it gets weird.
see, just watch 1 through 18. That's all you need to watch. Don't watch nothing else. Don't watch nothing else after that. That's as far as I know. That's when the story ends. Episode 18. That's when they should have wrapped it up, or at least the
That's
first
funny.
season. But
Yeah.
it
This is
is
season
kind
2?
of weird.
Is
No,
there a season 2?
no.
Oh, okay.
That would have been like a good place to stop it to make it the first season. And then they could
Yeah.
have went in depth a bit more than they did.
But one that's kind of in the similar vein that is like you can watch it, but just know it gets weird towards the end. You know, what the fuck was the English title called?
Are
A
you the
girl
only
who
one?
chanced. No, a girl who chanced love at the bound of this. You know that one where he was trying to save his mom from killing herself like 80, 100 times or whatever?
Oh,
Cause
dang!
that was like you can watch
Ah,
it and it'll keep you engaged, and then
soon as
like
he
the last
hit that other world, it's like
the other
I
world
don't
is
know
like
what's going
like
on.
what happened? Because like I thought we were talking about because what was it? He had like the time traveling device or whatever. So I thought we are gonna be like, okay, it's gonna be like some time travel. We're gonna be fighting time traveling space pirates and shit. There's gonna be like
It was
you know,
literally he's
alliances.
fighting like time traveling like space ghost. Like what?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be lit. Like there's gonna be alliances formed. There's gonna be betrayals and shit. Like they're gonna get pulled up on. Like, I have to stop time to do this kind of thing. But it's like towards the end, he had to like go back. He had to go to like it turned into an isekai pretty much. He had to go to this like alternate world to like save his daughter, or no, not save his daughter. No, he had to save like this.
A friend or
Like,
something.
no, well, here's the thing. He thought like he looked at her as a
He
friend, but what
thought.
he didn't know at the time that I actually ended up being his daughter, and it was just fucking weird.
They
Because
could
it's like he went to
they
this
coulda
other
done it
world and
better.
then he met this elf chick and then he fell in love and they had a kid. and the kid ended up being the girl that he came to this world to save in the first place. It was like, what the fuck?
Didn't he like her too? Or like, didn't you?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
see, no, I can't do
it
that, man.
like but it was like because you remember when we was watching those first 3 episodes, it was like this is cool, but
I'm
like
like,
I
yo,
need
this
the beat
kind
to
of
drop at some
fire.
point.
As soon as
And
you
then
said
like
that, the beat dropped.
and then the beat drop because the mom was like going through some shit and she was depressed and she was killing herself like
Shorty
every kind of
jumped
which
off
way.
the roof.
And then he had to keep going back in time, and then like because she threw herself in the street, and then she jumped off the roof, and then like it was.
She drowned
I was like,
herself,
damn.
cut her
I was like,
wrists. She was
I
doing
was like,
everything.
damn, this shit is wild.
Yeah.
Like the shit was intense, and then yeah, he went to the other world, and then it's just like, what the fuck, what? So
I don't know, man.
yeah, I had to have. I don't think we finished it. We had Nightshade tell us what happened at the end because
Yeah,
I was like,
because
I can't
I
do
was
this no
like,
more.
I can't do that. I had
So
to
I would
drop it.
recommend watching episodes 1 through like 23.
I think that's a good
Maybe.
place to stop.
Yeah, more or less. 23, 24 more or less. It's 26 episodes, so like yeah, it's just towards the end it just got weird. I'm like, what the hell? So that's his daughter, but he also likes her romantically. It's like, all right,
I was like, all right, yeah,
stop,
you
stop.
lost me
All
there.
right, that's game. I'm calling it. Put him on the bus, coach.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
weird. Oh yeah, and the reporter bitch was like trying to get in his pants too. It was
We
like,
not even gonna talk about that shit. Bro.
that dynamic was weird. There was just, like the story was like keeping me keeping my attention, but there was like
It was a honestly, it was a
the
train
character
wreck.
relationship. The
It was
character relationships were really weird.
because
They,
he was getting with a whole teacher. It was
a
like,
whole teacher, and then like there was a reporter that was like trying to find an inside scoop on because what is it? His mom worked for like some high level like construction company, right?
yeah.
And then like the reporter was like trying to get the inside scoop on some scandal about his mom's company,
Mhm.
and then she started sleeping with him and shit like that, and it was just weird. Like the dynamics were just weird.
My man got hit in the back of the head as soon as he hit the lab up, bro. I was like, all right.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even really like his mom either. It was like his stepmom, so like they would be flirting all the time. Like the
It's
dynamics were just
weird. It's
weird.
weird.
It was just weird.
But we couldn't
So
stop
like
watching. It was a train
we
wreck.
could not stop watching because like I got to see what happens next. And
And
then it just got
honestly,
to a point where
animes like that are they're. I can
it was
appreciate an anime that keeps me even though it's a train wreck. There's like, all right,
yeah, it keeps you engaged.
there's
That's
something
funny.
that's keeping me engaged, and I can appreciate that.
Like I almost want to like I don't think it hit train wreck status until like those last like 3 or 4 episodes. Like shit was weird for like episodes 1 through like 20 ish, but it was still keeping my attention. It was still keeping me engaged. It was like a it was a roller coaster anime. It was like all the way up here, and then I was like, what the hell's going on? It's going too fast. What's
Why
going
are
on
we
with this
down
character?
here?
Why are we down here? Yeah, the dynamic, the relationship between each character was kind of weird, but it still kept us watching. So I say, yeah, watch but just know around episode 23, 24 is when shit
It's time
starts.
to take a break.
It's time to put them on the bus.
Yeah.
Was there any other ones?
I think that's all for me. Show bitch.
Oh, that one's funny. I watched that purely for the jokes, though.
Yeah, it's.
I feel like
majority
if
of
you
these
watch
are
that
just for the
show,
jokes.
yeah, I feel like if you watch those, you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
Because
And
it's
I'm
just
not mad
nothing
at
but
it because
sexual humor.
it's
Yeah,
hilarious.
no, I appreciate. That's why I appreciate like shows like Show Bitch and Interspecies because you know exactly what you're gonna get. Like you're gonna
Shout
get
out
sexual humor,
Interspecies.
and they're not gonna see. I
Shout out
told you, like
Interspecies, bro.
yes, the shit is raw. Yes, the shit is out of control, but they know exactly what they're doing and they know who they are. So
They definitely know who
they're
they're
not trying to be
catering
anything. Yeah, they're not trying to be anything more.
And we can't
And I
really say
appreciate that.
anything. Yeah, we can't really say anything about that because they know what they're doing and they know who they're catering to, and it's definitely good business practice. Goddamn Interspecies is amazing. Goddamn.
Horny.
No, honestly, I like the story a
No,
lot. I
no,
like the story and the characters. Apart from the
it wasn't
sexual
even.
innuendos.
It wasn't even about innuendo. They were full out having sex by episode 12.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, technically they were every episode, but like episode 12, they just said let it all hang out. Fuck it. So, but no, like I said, like you know exactly what you're getting, and the show is very self-aware. So it's like I appreciate them being honest with its audience.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
um,
I think
I think
that's
that's it.
yeah, I think that's
I
it.
think that's pretty much it. We gotta get Chef started on Black Lagoon. We were gonna do that tonight, but it's gonna get kind of late now. So
Yeah.
Fuck that. It's never too
Um,
late for Black Lagoon.
I mean, it's never too late, but
I mean, you don't have to convince us. You got to convince Chef. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
So I'll throw this shit on right now. Um, think that's it for the anime topic, though. On to the life question. I updated the podcast as well, or the podcast document. I'm not gonna ask the second question. I want to ask it next podcast because I want to form a better question. Um,
Yeah, I was kind of confused by that. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I was reading it. I was like, I think I can ask this a bit better. But Marty, since you're our guest, I'm gonna ask you
Yes,
this
sir.
first. What are some questions you ask when you're getting to know someone,
What do they like to do as a hobby?
and why?
I know it's cliche. It's just maybe you could have some insight. Maybe you'll learn something new. Maybe you can suggest something that is related. It's just a simple question to ask.
Like
Okay.
icebreaker questions.
Yeah, nothing complicated. Keep it simple. Everyone doesn't require too much thinking, especially when you're getting to know them. You don't want them to try to think about
Who are you
ask them if they're
intellectually?
intellectually.
Who
Intellectually.
are you intellectually?
You don't want to do that. That'll just like throw them off, and then think
I
you're
don't know. Some people like get with the shit, and that's
some, but like I want to say like 3 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? For the for the most part, you're gonna want to keep it simple.
I mean, if she don't know how to answer, or if the person don't know how to answer the question, I mean, is it really worth it? They don't
Yeah,
know who
because
they
then
are intellectually.
they'll make them uncomfortable, and then they'll stop talking.
Uncomfortable, my ass. All right,
Hey, people
Hmm.
just don't know how to handle questions sometimes.
pussies. Chef, what about you? What is something? What is the some questions that you ask when you're getting to know someone?
Uh, I really don't. If we talking, I just talk along with them.
Hmm.
If something does interest me and what they talking about, I'll ask them a question about it. But it's not something I don't have any type of questions that I just dart out like trying to get to know someone.
You usually just go with the flow of the conversation, just see,
Yeah,
where it
if I'm paying
goes.
attention.
I feel that. I feel that. Blitz, what about you?
I'll be honest, because this was my question. I'll be honest. When I was thinking about this question, I had in mind like what questions, like what do you like? How do you start conversations with like women or girls? Like if you're trying to get to know them.
Hmm.
That's kind of what I had in mind, but I kind of figured that it would probably apply to like if you're just making a new friend or something, whether they're a guy or a girl. Um,
That's what I was.
like
That's what I thought you were alluding to when you said
yeah,
getting to know
that's what I
someone.
had in mind, but I didn't want to limit it to just like if you're just trying to like holler at a girl or something. I
Hmm.
wanted to be a little bit more broad than that. But that's what I had in mind. But the question that I usually ask for like as an icebreaker, like if I'm legitimate, because usually I'm like Chef, like I'll usually just go with the flow of the conversation. But if it's someone that I'm genuinely interested in, and then if I notice that they're not like initiating the conversation, but I'm interested in them, like, and then I have to like take the lead on the conversation. I'll usually ask them what kind of music they listen to, because I listen to a lot of music pretty much. I'm pretty much anytime during the day, I'm pretty much always listening to music. I always got some kind of headphones on, so I like to see what like someone's music tastes are, and then just kind of to see if we vibe off of that and go from there. Um, that's probably my go-to question. I also like to ask like the hobbies thing, like what they like to do. Uh, if they're like a stay-at-home person or if they're like really social, because like I can be social, but I'm not really all that social. I'd prefer to like just mind my own business and keep to myself.
Hmm.
So like I don't really I wouldn't really vibe with someone who's like a social butterfly that likes to go out and like go to like parties and clubs and bars and shit all the time. So that's usually something I try to find out sooner rather than later if I'm trying to hang out with that person, get to know them. So, but yeah, the music question is usually the one I go to.
True. True. Um, I think the question I find myself asking a lot of the time, whether it's girl or a boy. Um, uh, Depending on, like I said, Chef and Blitz, in terms of just going on the flow with the conversation, I do that as well because I don't really like to. I don't like to steer a conversation a certain way if we're just talking for the first time. I would just see like if our vibes are equally matched. I don't want to feel like someone's trying to sway the conversation a certain way. And I mean, if you want to learn more about the person, I mean, obviously ask, but I usually ask the person what kind of art they're into, whether it just be painting, sketching, music, um, like literally any of the arts. Then sometimes if it's a guy, I'll ask like, oh, like, are you into anime? Are you into games? And I might ask that with a girl as well. I remember there was one time I was working at the bagel shop and um this white girl come up, and I'm I'm not prejudiced to just any white person I see. I'm gonna greet you with the same respect I would greet anyone else, until you give me a reason to not uh respect you. But we're just talking and everything, and she sees that I had a Fire Force wallpaper on my phone at the time, and it was like on the register so she can see it. So she just grabs my phone. She's like, "Oh my God, you watch anime?" And then we just struck this 30, 35, 40-minute conversation about anime. And I mean, it wasn't like I was trying to get at her or anything. It was just a nice, genuine conversation, and I like that a lot. That you can just have that with people, and it's not even in terms of like, okay, like I find this person attractive. It's like, all right, we say we share the same interests. We may feel a certain way about certain things in that interest, but we get able to communicate that. So
Let me ask y'all, because you mentioned like the whole like vibing with people that like play games and watch anime. Do y'all still feel hesitant to say like, yeah, I watch anime or
hell
yeah, I play
no,
video games?
hell
No,
no, hell no.
because I was thinking is like, as mainstream as it, maybe it's just me because as mainstream as like gaming and anime is now, where it's like I'm still like hesitant to like bring it up in a conversation. Like I have to know for sure that the person I'm talking to is definitely into it before I bring it up. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, but I was just
Uh,
wondering.
I mean, I'm not just going like go full speed like, yo, did you know this new game? Da 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 da.
Oh no, no, not at all.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll just if I'm not sure, because I can tell sometimes if you can play video games or not. Um, but if I'm not sure, I'll just ask. Like, and if they don't, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, like, have you ever thought about playing any video games? Da, da, and then just go from there. But I don't ever feel like scared or ashamed to like, I play video games. You watch anime? Like, or like, you
Nah,
could be a civil person and watch anime and play games. So,
like yeah, no, but no, I'm not like ashamed or scared to like mention it. It's just like that's just usually not the first thing I go to.
oh no,
Where
it's
it's
not.
like,
It's not.
even though that's usually what I spend most of my time doing. I spending my most of the time. If it's not games, it's on. Usually it's on anime, and usually it's watching anime while playing a game. So
Yeah. But there's definitely a lot of other stuff that I can talk about, even though most of my time is the anime and games.
yeah. Also feel like too, it depends on who you're talking to. Like if it's someone like our age or like someone in our age group, then yeah, like then by all means, like usually like even if I bring it up, like they'll usually know what I'm talking about, even if they don't play that game or watch that particular anime that I bring up.
Mhm.
But I remember like when I went to that near concert in Chicago and I went to go pick up my rental car and the dude at the counter, he was an older dude, he was an older guy, and he was asking what the occasion was. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go see a concert, just for one day or spend the night and then leave. And then he's like, oh yeah, what concert? And then it was like, I could tell there's like he's probably if I say like I'm gonna go see the Near Automata concert, he's not gonna know what I'm talking
Like,
about.
nigga, what?
So I was just gonna like it wasn't an art like because it's not a particular artist or a particular group. It's the score from a game arranged in orchestra. So I just told him like, yeah, I'm just gonna go see an orchestral performance or something like that. I just left it at that. I put it really generally. But like, it depends on who you're talking to. At least for me. So
What was his
I don't.
response to you saying that?
He was like, oh, cool.
Oh,
Like,
alright.
I don't know. Either he knew that I didn't want to say, or he just like kind of passed it off as like, oh, okay, whatever. And then here's your car, bye, nigga. So, but yeah, like if I had said I'm gonna go see Near, he's not gonna know what that is. And if I start to describe it, like he's probably not gonna know what I'm talking about. But it is what it is. That's why I just felt it was probably better just to keep it general. And so I don't know.
That's the thing too. Like, I feel it's
Because there are still people out there. There are still people out there that they just don't know anything about games. They don't know anything about like anime and
yeah,
like music and
Disgusting.
stuff. So
disgusting.
I mean, it's not part of their daily thing.
It's
Like
not for everyone.
it's not for them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and I can honestly understand that. I can honestly understand that if it's not for you. But I mean, if you don't know about it, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try it at least. And I would definitely love to help someone get acquainted with gaming or anime or just tech in any general manner.
yeah, but the thing is, you never know. Maybe that dude was gonna know what I was talking about if I said Near.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See,
So
sometimes you just gotta take that risk.
yeah,
And then if it's like, oh, they don't know, it's like, oh, well, I mean, you recommend it. Like the girl I was talking to, she never watched Soul Reaper or Gurren Lagann, and I put
Soul
her
Reaper.
bone.
You mean Bleach?
Huh? I
You
mean,
said Soul Reaper.
Soul Eater. My bad.
I'm about to say because you said Soul Reaper. I'm like Bleach.
Nah, Soul Eater and Gurren Lagann, and I put her onto both of those. I don't know if she watched it, but did give her that. So sometimes you just gotta take that risk. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to a near concert, and then, hey, come to find out, it's like, oh shit, I be fucking with A2. I'm like, hey, but that, what I was about to say though, I feel like it's a lot more difficult nowadays just to not really open up to people, but just to be honest with people in the fact that they may or may not judge you, and it's like, you, if you're especially not a person that talks that much, and when you do talk, you feel like it's important to you, and you would like for it to be respected
According to
and
them.
listened to,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's not like you're trying to impose anything upon the other person, but you are taking that step out of your, I guess, usual, um, not usual
Free zone.
comfort zone, but just usual way of doing things. Like I usually don't talk to people. I don't really feel uncomfortable to talk to people. Like I'm fine being in a party setting, even though I don't really like parties like that. But like it the trend and social media aspect has changed a lot of face-to-face conversations, just how we
Oh yeah, for
communicate.
sure.
And I don't like that. And definitely, we're gonna get into this next podcast on the life portion of it. But I'm gonna just cut it right there. But anyone else have anything that they wanted to add, just in terms of conversations and icebreakers?
Uh, the one thing I meant to say, um, outside of like asking, like once usually like I know I said like I try to find out what kind of music they listen to and that kind of thing to get to know them, but before that to like really like soften the mood, I guess,
Hmm.
like for a better term, um, I like to usually try to make a person laugh. I want to see where their humor is at
Oh yeah.
because that tells me a lot whether like this is going to be a great conversation or not. Because it's like if like, and I'm not really one that like tells jokes that's like knock knock who's there or something like that. But it's like I'll like make an observation of what's going on around us that we both see, and then I'll make like a funny comment about it out loud, and then it's like if you like you saw me say it, and then you clearly see I'm saying that comment at you kind of, and you don't really respond to it, and it's like all right, well yeah, this person's
Yeah.
probably as stiff as a board. So,
Yeah.
but it's like if you like if you like chuckle at it, or if you like say something back, then it's like that's usually a good way to like say like, okay, we might be able to actually have a conversation because it's like we both identify with something that like we both find like something common to like that we both see
Yeah.
that we can easily start a conversation on. So
I'm definitely like in terms of just uh conversation and how I interact with people or communicate with people, I'm definitely on a react basis. So if you come to me with the energy, I try my best to match that energy. So um just to go back to the bagel days again,
Bagel days.
there was this customer and I kind of feel bad for not knowing his name because he was a very respectful customer. He would come to me, greet me, whether it was in the morning or afternoon, say, "How you doing, Mr. Xavier?" Or he would call me sir, and it was just a very respectful manner. And we would have conversation. I think the most interesting conversation was on particle entanglement. And
what the fuck? What the fuck? In a bagel shop?
in a bagel shop, for some reason, um, and I think
Is he like a physicist or something?
the conversation started. He was with a friend of his that worked for NASA.
Damn.
Yeah, those are the type of people I was serving in that bagel shop. Um,
Hey, everybody need bagels, even astronauts.
yeah. So I don't know. We were literally just spitballing, and it's really sad I don't know this man's name. But it just goes to show, like, especially if a customer rude, yeah, you gonna be getting some special in your sandwich.
I've had conversations like that. Like I remember. Wow,
Yeah, you
I
heard me.
got that. No, that reminds me of a conversation I had when I was at the library one day, and I just finished up and I was on my way out, and I had my headphones in like I do because like I said I always be listening to music.
Mm.
And this old white dude was walking like as I was walking out, he was walking in, and he saw me with my headphones in, and he was like, "You kids today and your headphones always got something in your ear and stuff." And like he meant it jokingly and stuff, and then like that turned into like we had like a 25 to 30 minute conversation just about like life and stuff. We're just talking about like
S-
the differences between generations. We were talking about like you know sports and like life dreams and all that kind of stuff.
See,
And then for life of me, I can't remember his name either. And I was
old
like,
white men be having some fire conversations. I'm
and then
not
I was
gonna
like,
lie.
after we were all done, I was like, can I ask for your name? And he was like, you can just call me Coach, because he was
See,
spitting
that's a cool
he
ass
was
dude, yo.
because he was spitting some fire too. He was talking about like the one quote he had a bunch of quotables, but the one that always stuck out to me was like, "There's a time in life when you have to graduate from being the dumbass." Because his whole point was like, we all, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We've all been young. We've all made, stupid mistakes as young adults and as youth and stuff. But the
Mhm.
point is, you have to learn from that. And then after a certain point, you have to just know there's like, all right, you've accumulated enough experience to where you should be mitigating your mistakes because it doesn't mean you're still going to make mistakes as an adult and as you
But
get older. But
yeah, should be
you have to
making them
you have to
less.
mitigate. They should be making them less. So like he was like, there's a time in life when you have to graduate from being a dumbass. I was like, yo,
He's
that
spitting.
he's this. I was
This
like, yo,
nigga's
this nigga's spitting.
spitting.
I was like, yeah. So at the end of it, after we were all done like conversating, he was like, can I, can I get your name? And he was like, just call me Coach. I was like, okay, Coach. I see you out here. I haven't seen him since. That was like 4 or 5 years
God
ago. But
damn.
but he was a cool dude. Like
And
we
it's
was just
just
chopping it up.
like interactions like that. It's just like
And all it took he was just poking fun of me for wearing my headphones because I guess he has like his kids and he has grandkids and stuff that always have like earbuds and stuff on all the time. So it's
Mhm.
like he was just poking fun of me for just one off comment and it just turned into like a whole like 25-30 minute conversation. We were just chopping it up. That shit was lit. So
yeah.
shout out Coach.
Speaking on and we just hit the 2 hour arc. We can talk a little bit more. Speaking of just good interactions with like random people, has there ever been like a really weird working experience with like a customer? I know I have my fair
Does it
share.
have to be on the job?
It could be either on the job or just
I'm
like
pretty
just
sure
out in public.
I haven't had any awkward experiences with my current job. I probably have, but I probably blocked them out. I don't know.
At the bagel
But I'm
shop,
trying.
boy, man.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Back when I was working at Target and things like that. If you got a story ready, you can go ahead. I got to think about mine.
God damn. 'Cause there's a lot. Uh, there's one time this white woman almost touched my hair.
Mm.
She like what? She damn near like reached across the counter and like was pointing at my hair. I'm like, all right. And I can see
Like,
my white coworker just shaking his head.
wait. Was she trying to like touch your hair or
No,
like?
she was complimenting my hair, and then like she reached her
Oh, and then
hand out, and I'm
oh,
like,
like she
nah.
was. Like, it was one of those things. She just automatically. She wasn't even thinking about it. She just went out to touch your hair or
Yeah, and
something.
it's like I don't know what made you think that you can do
That
that.
was cool.
But yeah,
Like,
but I just real smooth, just duck my head, act like I was getting a cut from under the counter. But
that's
just
funny.
something like that. It's like, yo, why you gotta make it weird? Just say I have nice hair and just keep it moving.
You know that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I should have known with the whites.
Wow.
Um,
I think I might have. Marty, you got one? I think I might got
or
one. I got it.
chef. I feel
No,
like
I
chef
don't.
has a lot,
I think Chef would too.
Weird moments with customers?
or just weird moments with people out in public.
No,
Chef, you be lying, God.
I do not.
Chef be rolling. He be rolling. He be
Yo,
going
he
down the
be in
street
and
and hitting
out.
the plastic bubble. Yeah, he
Gotta
be rolling
be.
down the street in a plastic bubble. Yo, he don't talk to nobody. He don't look at nobody.
I can tell a funny story. I guess it's not too funny because it probably happens to a lot of people who don't know. And I was in New York for the first time as I was visiting a friend who lives in Pennsylvania. And we were, just walking around there for the first time, seeing what's up, seeing Times Square and such. And lo and behold, someone pushing out his mixtapes walks up to us.
Ah,
He
yes.
was talking to us and stuff, and then next thing you know, my friend pulls out $10, trying not to buy some CDs, and he brought CDs, and that's got to be the weirdest thing that ever happened. Like I've never been, or that was the first time that ever happened. But I guess you can say I've heard enough stories where I was accustomed to not doing that. And I guess you're supposed to like get out of there as quickly as possible, but we weren't out of there quickly enough, and they just kept pushing and pushing. Trying to hustle or whatever, and then the man caught some CDs. I still have that CD to this day.
Is it
Still never
good?
listened to it.
Is it
Still
fire?
never fuck no.
Damn.
I didn't
Come
listen
on,
to it. That's
bruh.
the thing. I was like, I'm not listening to this.
Bro, listen to it. There might be
I
some
did-
heat.
I'm not. Trust me,
Might
I'm
be the
not
new
gonna
Russ,
listen
bro.
to it.
Come on.
He said it might be. Don't do that.
Oh
Uh,
man.
honestly, nah. I try to avoid people as much as possible. At least when I'm just trying to like enjoy myself and not want to be bothered with the conversation.
You can
from
see the
outside
crazy in
sources.
some people's eyes though. You can just look in their
Yes,
eyes like,
you can.
nah, I'm gonna stay away
Like
from
I
you.
like to watch people, man. I like to see people in their habitat when they don't think
Watching is
anybody's
fun.
watching in public,
It is
not in
fun.
anybody's home, in public.
Yeah, I remember the first time me and Eyes met up, and we're we're like at the I guess the main street for Chinatown. I'm crossing the street and we're talking. And it's the first time meeting up, so we just chopping it up and shit. And we're waiting for the light to change for people to walk across the street. And these two black women start fighting in the street. I'm like, okay. And we're just looking, and we're just. Well, I'm shocked because I'm not in DC like that, but he's just like, yeah,
This every Tuesday.
yeah,
My guy.
let it burn.
Let it burn.
Oh, yo, shout out Eyes if you listening, bro. But yeah, it's just weird stuff like that be happening a lot. But it's definitely a fun field when you go outside.
I think I got one. I think this was actually this was the same day I met my one of my exes, the crazy one.
Oh
Um,
God.
Not how I met her, but this just happened to be the same day, and so I guess the energy must have been on hitting different that day. So I was at I think it was at a dollar store or CVS. I think it was a CVS. I went in to get just a couple things like I don't know, like mouthwash and some toiletries, something like that, something simple, something light.
Essentials.
Yeah, the essential, couple essentials.
Yeah.
So I'm standing in line, and there's a dude ahead of me. So the person who was at the counter was finished, and they walked off. And dude ahead of me walked up to do his checkout, and for whatever reason, I walked up with him. Like I wasn't thinking at all. Like there's a complete stranger ahead of me, and I'm walking up to him. Like, as soon as he walked up to the counter, so did I. So I guess I was just really bad thinking about just checking out and getting out of there. Because usually when I go to a store, I just want to get in, get what I need, and get out as quickly as possible. Like I hate when there's a line, even if there's like 2 or 3 people in there, because I hate just standing there. But yeah, like he walks up to check out, and I just, without thinking, I just walk up with him. Like I wasn't like right behind him, but I was close enough to where like he kept looking back. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you walking up here with me? But the thing was, like, I just stayed there. Like I didn't think anything of it. I don't know where my mind was at that day.
Hey, you're just
Like
trying to get moving, bro. I can
I, wa-
understand
I
that.
walked. I walked up with him, and then like because I remember I saw him looking back at me like, why is this dude like standing behind me like this? Because I don't know him at all. Like, is he trying to jump? That's probably what he was thinking. Is he about to jump me or what? But I was just nah. I was just not. My head was somewhere else. Like I just walked up with him like it ain't nothing. And then it didn't hit me until after the fact. Like, oh shit,
Like, damn, I was mad close.
I was like, damn, I probably made him uncomfortable. My bad. But yeah, that was weird. But yeah, the energy must have been weird that day because that was the same day I met my crazy ex.
How did y'all meet? If you don't mind telling that story.
We met at a party. I don't like parties, but this is when I was in California at the time. So like one of the people that I had met through, so I moved out to California originally on an internship. That internship eventually turned into a job, but at first, there were like probably like 6 or 7 other interns there, and then one of them we were just chopping it up and stuff. And he was a San Francisco native, so like he was showing me around the city and stuff. And then he was like, "Yo, like there's actually this party that's going on later. It's like you want to come by?" I was like, "I'm not really a party person, but it's a new city, it's a new town. I'm trying to
Get acquainted,
get out there, get acquainted and stuff, so I know where stuff is at." And yeah, I met my ex there. She was at the they were having like they were she was actually in the middle of a drinking game, more or less.
God, that should have been a red flag right there, bro.
It was, but like at the time I was like, yo, like I'm so attracted to this girl.
Hot.
Like I don't care that she's like, I don't care. Like, I'm actually trying to holler at her. So, and the rest was history. But shame it didn't work out. But it is what it is. But yeah, she was knocking shit back to it. I was like, damn.
Damn, Marty wouldn't have been there like.
You said she was Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
Marty would have.
She was like
cheering in the back.
She's half Hispanic, half like something else. I don't remember. I think it's Central American or something. I don't know.
Oh,
they're used to it.
But yeah, she was in the middle of taking shots, and I was like, normally I don't do this, but I was like, something told me like I said, the energy was different that day. I just got to walk up to her. So.
He was like, damn, this shit kind of hitting right now. I'm not gonna lie.
And then 2 to 3 months later, there's a butcher knife in my. All right.
Yeah. we ain't gonna do all that. Shit. I think it's a pretty good spot to cut it. Did anyone else have anything to say before we close off episode 50 of Kenpachi's Room Podcast?
We've been doing this for almost half 100 episodes. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
How many y'all subscribe yet?
Crazy.
That's even crazy. Let me not say that.
Wow.
We appreciate you guys.
And, hey, shout out y'all though.
Twitch is wild.
It is, honestly. But Marty, our guest for episode 50, have any closing words? Good sir.
Hope y'all staying safe, washing your hands out there. Keeping your sanity at the same time. Just enjoy life as it comes to you.
Yes, sir. Chef, closing words for episode 50.
I got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or not Gogeta, what the fuck is his name? Vegeta and Dokkan finally.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. We've been putting Chef on the Dragon Ball movies now.
Just need to get him into the show.
The what?
The show.
Nah, you good.
Which show?
Dragon Ball Z, Chef? What do you mean?
No, which one?
Well, I would imagine
all Super Z.
Yeah, I would imagine.
You don't need
Marty
to watch.
Marty would want to start you off with a Z, or maybe the actual first one.
He said he watched a few episodes of Dragon Ball. I feel like he needs a true understanding of Son Goku. You watch that, and then you'll understand why he is the way he is in its entirety.
That's no excuse for him being as stupidly broken as he is.
I mean,
I-
they
And
also
I've
gonna
been
think
watching
we're
Dragon Ball for almost 30 years now. Nah, bruh. I think Goku is every time they try to let somebody else have the shine and let them
Goku
transition over
steps
to
in.
someone new, they force Goku right back on us. So that's the
I
shit I
mean,
don't like. It's the Superman complex. Like why should I sympathize with a character that can do anything?
he
Why should I
can't do
care?
anything. He seeks to just be stronger. I mean, which is why I say
Therefore,
we have to
and at the same, and he just so happens to be doing everything.
and I get it. They do need more characters to shine, and then I think there's just bad decisions where they didn't let Gohan shine, Tien, Piccolo. Other characters do need their time to shine. They just don't have enough time in the spotlight. However, Super does fix that, and it goes back to its original roots, being a little bit more funny, just like
I also don't
Dragon
like how
Ball
they made
was.
Goku in Super. Like Goku has always been goofy, but he's never been a complete idiot. It feels like Super. They nerfed his intelligence.
Made that
I
man.
don't know.
You know I'm not
He was the
lying.
same. Yeah, he
He's
seemed
always
like he
been a
was back in
goofball.
Dragon Ball. Like he definitely wasn't like on Z level, but he was definitely on some. I'm a child still. In a
Yeah,
sense,
but
he kind of
why did
still is.
if he's like the way he is in Dragon Ball, why did they reintroduce that in Super then? Because in Z, like yeah, he's a goofball, but like when he needs to get serious, he'll get serious. Like he'll Goku has said some profound shit in Z. I don't be seeing that in Super. All
Yeah,
I see in Super is
I,
I don't know what this word means. You want to
yeah,
fight?
yeah, but like I said, it was just like it was back to its original Dragon Ball days, which is why I fell in love with the show. It was because of
Yeah,
Dragon
I
Ball,
don't. I feel like Super is like
and
Super should not have gone backwards in that aspect. So I just disagree with that.
And we gonna end it there. Blitz, closing statements, cause we're not about to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about Dragon
yeah,
Ball.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, I'm Goku's the most overrated character in anime. That's my closing statement.
That might be
the more people hate
fact.
him than love him.
um,
I
Kenpachi.
have I have no sympathy for a god. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
Hey,
Kenpachi, closing statements. Hi guys,
you
Kenpachi
speaking to
here.
yourself in third person? What's good
Um,
with you?
I've been doing that for a hot minute. But my closing statement.
Strange.
Um, wash your hands, wash your ass, and stay safe out here.
Drink water.
Drink water and meditate. Mental health is as important as physical health, and
Word.
one booty a day keep the doctor away. Peace.
What?
I'm